All right, hello and welcome to the land of Gat'ka, live show where we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. My name's Albie. I host this show. We have Jesse, our guest dungeon master, here. A few of my players. Uh, Let them introduce themselves. Austin.
I'm Austin. Are we talking about our characters yet? Or we're gonna wait till we get in the
you
game?
could just
Cool.
say.
I'm Austin. Hey. Next. Zach.
Hey, I'm Zach. That's me. That's
Nick.
the other one. That's me, Zach. And then there's also Gordon.
Geez, I think that's me. Hi, I'm that guy, Gordon. What he said.
Now I have the characters up there.
Now you can talk about your characters. Albie, you wanna go?
Do it over again.
We don't
it
introduce
over.
yet, though.
No, I'm gonna let Jesse take over the show here because it's his show. So we're having Jesse be our guest dungeon master here, and it's very fun to be a player, as I often have to be a DM. And we got a new campaign. Excited to play new characters, and as usual, check out our last campaign that was on YouTube now. The God Spear of Kidamon. That's the last Gat'ka campaign. It's like 8 episodes or something like that. I don't know.
Started as 5, ended up as 8.
You know how it goes.
You know how players be.
So yeah, Gat'ka is a Bronze Age sci-fi fantasy world. If that's your flavor, stick around. As always, I'm going to give my trigger warning. There will be descriptions, or could possibly just be graphic descriptions of violence and sensitive topics. Be forewarned. And why don't we start off with actually introducing our characters? Albie, you want to start?
Yes, my name's Albie. I'm going to be playing Alistair Avery, the human bard. He is a merchant, guild merchant for the Silver Serpents. Loves playing lute, long walks on the beach, and he spent the last 10 years traveling throughout the land and has recently gotten in some trouble.
All right, Austin.
Cool. I am playing Ulfrid, the Tempest. He is a Junt, which is a human.
Junt.
It's a human. I'm playing it. Yeah, it's a human. Sorry. Outlander fighter, and he is a crossbow expert. So his primary weapon is a crossbow. He's a bounty hunter, and he's using bounty hunting as his mission to get his own personal endeavor figured out. But right now, he is just making money and taking whatever leads he can. That's it.
Gordon.
I'm Gordon. I'll be playing Baxter. He is a beast of root and bow is the Gat'ka official term for it, but he is a ferret, a snow white ferret, who is also a blade singing wizard. So this ought to be interesting to see what happens. He seems to have gotten himself into a bit of trouble. He's not exactly the honest type. He fell in deep with the Teeth of Maguda after not too long. A gang that seems to kind of permeate the entire land and who aren't exactly the nicest people, but he's been on the run from them for a while.
Zach?
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, so I am playing a Quasar, who is a Warforged Circle of the Stars druid. Quasar has been inactive or asleep for the last 265 centuries. He's woken up.
5 millennia. Yeah.
Okay, very, very long time. Very
Right.
long time.
Real long
So
time.
let's just say too long. So when he wakes up, he meets Alistair, correct? So that's kind of the first person that he meets, and Alistair has kind of been showing him the ropes. What's happened in the last 265,000 years? Alistair doesn't know. He only knows what's happened in the last, maybe a few hundred years. So he's trying to help him get acclimated, but Quasar doesn't really know much about this world, but he knows lots about the stars and what they mean and what they tell us.
Excellent. All right, and then I assume everybody can see the map. Hopefully people on the stream can see the map too. This is the area we are going to be focusing on. This is centered around the kingdom of Alengad, and it's kind of a hilly country just between the mountains, the Hewn Mountains in the north, and the Dozen Steppe in the southwest, and then down to the south east is beyond that's the ocean and the area known as Nakrit, where our last campaign took place. So with that, we'll go ahead and just open here. Guild merchant Baturo Mon taps his fingers tips together pensively. His coat and cap are lined with silver wolf fur. He's beginning to sweat. The gold chain dangling from his cloak clasp clinks gently as he taps. He stares at the man standing across the room. It has almost been the turning of a small glass since they presented their plan, and yet still, he hasn't said a word. He just stands there, staring out the fortress window. Baturo purses his lips and casts an unassured look at his partner. Ubad Sarin catches the glance, arching his eyebrow in response. Ubar clears his throat. Forgive me, my lord. I am sure you're aware of the offer is a bit time sensitive. We have but a small window of opportunity. I believe the punishment for smuggling in Alengad is public strangling. There's another long pause. King Gawain, the Axe of Turo, turns from the window to consider the two merchants. He has a slight limp that is ever present, and his brown hair and beard are shorn short and rough. But there's intensity to the king's gaze that never falters, even in the most mundane of situations. Rules are made for a reason. Rules are like those city walls out there. The king points toward the window. They are all that stands between cultivation and barbarity. And like those wolves, the only reason those rules really work is because someone is waiting on the other side with a fucking axe. That's how kingdoms are kept. Baturo stands from his chair, hands raised defensively. Forgive us, King. The guild desires was only to make you aware of a potential business opportunity. Let me finish, the king growls. But like those walls outside, rules allow for certain permeations. Ubar and Baturo look at each other quizzically before looking back to the king. The king smirks. Gold. So, where is this smuggler? Alistair, you're almost loose. You almost lose your footing in the darkness. The shadows of night still cling to the city streets and alleyways. You have no torch. Just now, the tallest chimneys and roof ridges are being brushed with the orange rose of dawn. How long has it been since you've been back to the capital city, where you spent so much of your youth? 2, 3 years? Certainly, it's the first time you have returned as a captive. The occasional prick of the crossbow bolt in your back is a reminder of your current custody. So, Alfred, our bounty hunter, has been chasing Alistair, the dishonored Silver Serpent's merchant, now smuggler, for almost 6 months. And finally, he's caught them as he was trying to flee across the steppe. And as his duty, he is to bring him to the closest city, which has basically a warrant out for his arrest. And so he's brought him back to the capital of Alengad and notified his superiors. And he's received bidding to bring the prisoner directly to the keep at the center of town. So here you are, making your way for the streets. In the just under the first light of dawn.
D- Well, excuse me. What was your name again, sir? Alistair says to Wilfred.
So, by the way, you know his name because
Oh, I do know his name. Oh, then Wilfred. Do you mind
which is fine
listening?
if you're still asking him, but
Yeah.
because you've basically been narrowly evading him for several months now.
Okay, then
No.
then, Wilfred. Do you mind loosening these ropes? They're a bit tight.
I just keep pushing. Says, we're almost there. You'll be fine.
Then could you at least take the crossbow bolt out of my back? That also hurts. Please. I'm gonna roll persuasion check.
You're funny. But you talk a lot. Let's keep
Can I roll persuasion check?
to pull out the cross. Oh, I'll keep the poked one. Sorry.
24.
24.
I roll the
You have no obligation to succumb to that persuasion, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there really is nothing you can say right now. It's gonna keep me from. It's gonna. I'll pull it out.
Bloody hell.
Keep walking in that direction. You don't have to deal with me poking you in the back. Let's keep moving.
You can see the bulky silhouette of the keep ahead, and as you round the corner, there are starting to be townsfolk entering the street about their duties, and you pass what looks like a small stall, and there's a woman in a threadbare dress, and she's elderly, probably in her 50s, and with salt and pepper curly hair, and she's blind, and in her forehead is etched a triangle pattern marking her as one of the sightless fortune tellers. Already this early in the morning there is a small line of citizens lining up to get their daily fortune. There's probably 3 or 4 in line, and as you pass by, there's one of the citizens is talking to her, but she doesn't seem to listen, and she's kind of just looking around, and she kind of almost turns her head towards you, and offhandedly she throws her clutch. And so that is what we're going to do. We're going to
Yes. Now we're in Gat'ka.
before we do that, let's assign characters.
We have returned.
Yes.
All right, Alfred, you're going to be the knight. Baxter, Gordon is
Yeah.
going to be the standard bearer.
I had to get at the shield.
Quasar, you're going to be the centurion. And then we have the gladiator.
Is that me?
Yes. Alistair is the gladiator. And so, let's give it a toss.
This clutch, reading of the clutch is brought to you by the Realm of Ravengard. Check out
for a
the Realm
Twitch.
of
Speaking of
Ravengard
the
on
realm of
YouTube.
Ravengard, I mean, we got some new viewers watching right now, so shout out to Sage. How's it going, Sage? Hope you're
Oh my God.
enjoying.
I'll take
All right,
it.
so we just
Taking
used the
cards if you
artifact
get-
of play. We are rolling the clutch. Let me see if I can actually get a.
Did we explain what the clutch was to new viewers yet?
Oh yeah. Jesse, explain that. I don't even know how to explain it.
So artifact of play. It's rolled at the beginning of every session, and it's like throwing bones basically, and it can be interpreted and actually grant certain boons or debuffs, I guess you could say. So let's
Or it
see.
could kill your character on the first mission. That's
could.
happened before.
It will not kill your character on the
Turn in that
make it
dagger.
more likely though. So let's see.
That's true. You
What,
can't.
yeah, what you do after that
It's just
is
so
you.
great. All right, so Alistair, he dies. He just falls there dead.
All right, let's see here. Alistair, you're face down. That means you have disadvantage on your first perception check. Okay. Can I get a roll off between Quasar and Alistair, please?
Is this for that inspiration point there?
That is exactly what this is for.
We got the coin too, right?
Let's just give it to him because he rolled really well.
Because I need it
Alistair,
for
you
mission.
have a point of
Oh my
inspiration.
gosh! Actually,
Reroll.
we're gonna have to
Do
do
it
another
again.
reroll.
Do it again.
Oh shit!
A roll
We
off.
both rolled
It's a roll
19s.
off. It's a roll off.
I mean, I think you can give it to other people, so.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh, another high roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Alistair, you got a
First you.
point of inspiration.
I'll take it.
Oh, Baxter,
Yes.
you have the eyes of death on you.
Shit.
No,
Here we go again.
you die this time.
All right, so
I don't want to die.
keep that in mind.
And you're a
Yes.
wizard?
I won't
Right.
let you die, Baxter.
And
Yeah, a melee focused wizard.
What?
Could be
Oh,
great.
man.
and you know what? I think otherwise it's pretty uneventful, this one. So no coin of Numina.
I'll take the
no
inspiration.
Beast. I think that's it. Okay.
You gotta turn that light.
Yeah, get him some flair. There we go.
The bloom. Something just fell
Oh.
over. I heard
Everything's falling into place.
it. Quite literally.
Okay. All right. So we
Jesse,
got
aim the camera up just a little bit.
Okay, just getting my chin
Yeah.
Actually, down a little bit more
No.
to the left.
all the way down.
That's
Um,
lower.
All right, cool. So you're on the town, and you find yourself walking under the gate to the keep, and there's a guard there, and he just says, "Halt! What's your business?"
Oh, to Ulfrid? Oh, okay.
I got a bounty to turn in.
Oh yeah. Your name?
My name or the bounty's name? Sorry, what was it?
Your name?
Bulfrid.
Right. Yeah, go on through.
I give Alistair just a little kick in the back. Come on.
And so you head under the
As I
gate.
pass by the guy, I say, "Good day to you, sir."
Yeah.
He seems almost surprised. He's not used to prisoners being so polite. And he's kind of like, "Oh, have a nice day."
Thank you. I think
Being
I
in
will.
jail.
We'll see about
I'm gonna
that.
just keep going.
All right, so you go in, and as you're
Bulfrid also says, like, there's nothing personal, Bard. Just for the coin.
Yeah, I'm aware.
by the way, Alfred, you've developed quite a distaste for Alistair, mainly because this was supposed to be an easy contract, and it was something you thought you could take care of in a month or something like that, and it ended up stretching out for like 4 or 5 months trying to catch him, just because he's managed to always slip through your fingers. And
I remember at some point we were actually like in a tavern drinking at the same table and just like waiting for each other to make a move. And
yeah, and this guy comes off as a douche. He's just too. He just
It's me.
All right.
something about him is just so douchey to you.
it's gonna be so
So,
easy to roleplay.
comes
So,
naturally.
and you're crossing the courtyard, and a woman meets you, and she says, "Alfred, is it? They're waiting for you upstairs. Take the stairs on the left.
They're expecting me?
That they are."
All right.
And
You heard
so
it.
you enter the keep. It's dimly lit, except for some rush lights burning. You can hear somewhere down the hall, there's the kitchen, and it's bustling. And you can hear the general activity of the household. As directed, you take the stairs up and to go up a winding staircase, and you find a big oak door.
As we're going up the stairs, I'm like, I bet you're in trouble. You're probably supposed to do this much quicker. They've been waiting like a long time. They're going to be really upset with you. We should just like leave. We could just go now. The two of us.
How much gold do you have?
Well, none right now because you just
Yeah, keep
buffed
going.
my ass.
Keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay. Ah.
Better than ever at all.
All right. So as you get to the top of the landing there, Alistair's kind of dragging his heels. So you give him a little push, and he appears to lose his balance, or maybe he's just kind of
Like a cat being taken to the vet.
or he's just hamming it up, and he kind of like staggers forward and runs to the door, and it just flies open, and he falls directly onto the rug. And he looks up, and there's two merchants and what looks to be a lord just staring at you.
What do I do with this?
Well, I guess my arms are tied behind my back, right? So I'm like, I fall down on the ground. I'm like, look up. Pleased to meet you all.
That's enough, Bard. What do I do with this?
Alistair, you immediately notice the two merchants. You've worked with both of them before. Not, one is Barutu, which is a Junt merchant, and you know of him. He's a well-established merchant in the higher echelons of the guild. And then the other one is Ubar, which you actually know, who you actually know pretty well. You've worked with him you worked him on and off for many years, but as you've kind of run into trouble and had to turn to some more, questionable modes of operation, he's always managed to keep his nose clean and do the straight and narrow.
What does Alistair look like?
Oh yeah, so I guess I could describe my character. So I have a medium height. Here, let me actually just pull up the character sheet.
Sorry to interrupt, Jesse.
No, it's a good idea. We should go over what we look like. 28 years old, 5'10", 150 pounds. He has these kind of like silvery colored eyes. They're just like really light blue, I guess. They look like silver. His skin is like a medium tone, like a mocha. It's pretty dark hair. Long hair, but he has it in tied back in a man bun, where he's got like a headband as well, and goatee with some like scruff on the sides. Wears very fine clothes. In this case, like a really dark, desaturated green, like cashmere jacket, and he's got leather armor underneath. That's kind of like fashioned like the muscles on a chest, so it's got like pecs. And he's otherwise, got leather armor, studded leather armor rather. There's a lute on his back, and that's about it.
I would say I probably have the loot right now as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look at my collection. You have like an magic item, like, or the thing that's gonna allow you to fight me.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Allow me to keep your sword.
That's fair.
So Ubar sees you and he says, "Alistair," and he begins to step forward, but the Lord steps forward, and Alistair, you realize that you're looking at the king, and the King Gawain has a reputation. He's often referred as the Axe of Turld. The city capital of Alengad for many years was actually occupied by steppe peoples who conquered it and basically controlled it, and they kept him as basically a hostage, but that didn't stop them from basically abusing him constantly and making life for him a living hell. And that was until he grew up and slaughtered them all, and took back the capital. So he's got a reputation for being a bit of a hard ass. And Ubar begins to step towards you and greets you, but the king holds up a hand and steps towards us. "All right, well, get him up."
Yeah. Am I? That's me.
Yep, that's you.
Cool. Yeah, I grab him by the back of the shirt. Just kind of,
Hoist him up.
yeah.
And he steps forward and he gets real close to you, Alistair. And he kind of looks at your face and he like looks down and he kind of grabs hold of your right arm and as all Silver Serpent merchants have, your right arm is covered with a tangle of sinuous serpent tattoos, marking the trade routes in almost a code of where you did your trade and what kind of goods you traded and stuff like that. And he kind of looks down at the tattoos. He's like, well, he's got the marks. He says, and he kind of gets close in your face and he says, you look like a smuggler.
Thank you.
Most smugglers don't look like smugglers. Yeah. Got a shit-eating grin like a smuggler, too. All right. Well, what do you think, smuggler? Can you be a merchant again?
Appears you have me at a disadvantage. Still tied up, so it's pretty hard to sell goods while
You're
captive.
fine.
You hear me in the corner, kind of bing, boom, bing, boom, boom, like on the loop, just waiting by the door, ding, like leave, like
Yep,
waiting for the guests to count us, like ding, dong, dong, dong.
And then the king kind of like steps
I'd be
away.
careful. I'd be careful with that.
Straight
Ulfrid.
face, just like plucking it, trying to get something to happen with it. Seeing.
Okay. So you just keep plugging, and Ubar steps forward and he says, well, I guess we're all here to see what the day brings, Alistair. You look well enough.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to see if I can get out of the ropes that are still tying me?
Sure. And at the same time, Ulfrid, can you make me a survival check?
14.
You are successful.
All right, so I'm like, as they all come up to me close, I go, "Ha
Okay. And the king goes, well, he has hands like a smuggler.
That's right.
And Ubar does kind of an embarrassed laugh. He goes, it's like, well, we're here to see, make sure you get turned in. That is, there is another option.
I'm listening.
What do you know about the Pinnacle Road?
What do I know about the Pinnacle Road? Let's see.
So, the Pinnacle Road...
Let's roll a history check.
No, it's not necessary.
Oh, okay.
Because you know the Pinnacle Road. The Pinnacle Road is pretty well known throughout by merchants, mainly. It's kind of a myth. Most people don't think it exists. You yourself are pretty sure it doesn't exist. But supposedly there is a ancient trade route somewhere in the Hewn Mountains, which are massive and cover thousands of miles, that bridge the space through the mountains between the Dozen Steppe, right where you are now, or Alangad, and Telazon on the other side of the mountains, the desert plains of Telazon. Now, the reason why this has captured the fascination of so many merchants is that currently there's no true, real overland route from the Telazon desert to the steppe or Alangad. All commerce has to go through the jungles of Ogeron or through the coast, down the Servine coast, and around to the mainland, which takes months. So, it's always been viewed, the Pinnacle Road has always been viewed as this kind of holy grail of mercantile commerce. If one could find the pass, they would basically be instantly rich, and two halves of a continent could be connected in a way that hasn't been for thousands of years, possibly, or ever. And so when he says this to you, your first thought is he's come here to gloat and or fuck with me as I'm about to be judged for smuggling. But searching his face, he's generally looks like he's trying to see a reaction.
Well, then when he says that, I guess I know a thing or two about it, and I say to him, yes, I've heard of it, but what interest does it have to you, other than the obvious?
Well, I think it would be interest to all of us.
So, are you offering me freedom if I complete this job?
He looks over at the king and he says,
Oh, that's who I was talking to, sorry.
no, so Ubar is talking to you directly right now, but the king.
My bad. Gotcha.
Kind of looks over at the king, and he says, if you were able to find the Pinnacle Road, I'm sure the king could find it in his heart to forgive you for a bit of small-time smuggling. And the guild as well. How would you like to be a full-fledged merchant of a guild again? Maybe even get another serpent on that arm of yours.
Well, I think I would like that very much. It would do good for the land, good for the kingdom.
Right, for the kingdom.
Yeah, and good for our pockets.
And the king, hearing that, king kind of arches his brows like,
Congratulations.
and he says, Uba says, Baruto, General. And Baruto starts forward and says, there was a member of the Merchants Guild named as Bhaskar. He supposedly found the Pinnacle Road some years back. But he said he'd never made it all the way through. When he returned, he was alone. He'd lost his caravan and all his guards. But he did bring back his journal. And he pulls out a rough journal wrapped in scarred vellum leather. And he says, in it, he mentioned where the head of the trail was. Now, this immediately grabs your attention because there's never been anybody saying definitely where in the mountains at all this trail is. So it's almost, it's a needle in a haystack. So any kind of direct clue where this is like the greatest lead anybody's had in years. And Bruzo says, when he returned, his brain was addled with fever. He only lasted a few days, and what he said was marked by ravings. But in this journal, he says the path starts in Gat'ka. And if you look at our map here, in the top left corner,
Yep,
there is a city of Gat'ka. Here. He says, if you were to get through, find the pass, make notes of your way, and get to the other side, we ask only that you return with a handful of sand from the Telazon Desert. Any goods you find on your way are yours. You won't be able to do it alone. You're going to have to make a team.
About that. If you want me to complete this endeavor for the guild, for the kingdom, for all of us, we'll need a contract. I need this written and signed so that we can, be sure. Be sure, because you realize here that otherwise I'm just going to die, and I also realize that I could also just die out there, and you wouldn't find what you're looking for. So you obviously have the interest. So I need from you these things.
Over just yes, says.
As soon as you mention the word
contracts. Bing, bong, bing, bing.
Ubar looks over and sees you, and it's almost like he kind of forgot you. And then he's like, "Oh, of course." I was like, he says, 100 gold, and then he pulls out his purse and walks over to you, and he starts counting, and then he says, 100 gold, yes, that is your earnings. There is the small question of your tab, though. So, traveling around the chasing Alistair for 6 months, you haven't had a lot of opportunity to pick up other jobs. So, you have to repair your armor, you have to buy supplies, you have to buy rations, and you're not really making any money. So, but never fear, the Silver Serpents Merchants Guild is glad to extend credit your way. So, tallying up your tab's about 81 gold and 5 silver. That leaves you 18 and a half.
I had to chase this guy for 6 months because he's so slippery. What the fuck are you talking about? Me losing money right now?
Hey.
And the crossbow at the back of Alistair's head. But come on, dude. You gotta do better than that.
I'm actually also, I'm insulted. Only 100 gold? I'm sure my bounty was worth far more than that. I'm going to make a persuasion check for them
I had
to
to
pay
spend
them
money
more.
out of my pocket to get food for the last 4 months. I lost money.
No. You spend money out of our pocket.
What, I had a credit line everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it works. I didn't know that's how that worked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Yeah, that made it harder.
How old are you? You're like 55 years old.
I was spending money.
No. So you basically had no money, and so you'd go to the Silver Serpents Merchant Guild, which is in most cities, and be like, "Hey, I'm on your pay. I'm trying to track this guy down. Can you forward me some rations and some new armor and some stuff like that?"
I wouldn't be that aggressive then. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is this worth? And I hold up the loot.
You can't sell that.
He laughs and he looks over at Alistair. He says, "He's like, you're a shrewd bounty hunter. Maybe you should have been a merchant."
Yes. So about that contract,
I'm 80 gold.
Yes. And
right
Naruto reaches into his coat and he pulls out, and there's already a contract there.
Okay,
and
beautiful.
It even has the detail that the contract is void if you don't return with a handful of sand.
Okay, cool. Then I need 3 things.
Okay.
If you'd indulge me.
That's cool.
1, I need him, and I point at Ulfred.
Ubar smiles wide. He says, "I think that's an excellent idea."
Yes. 2, I need my wagon and my mule. Cods. What is his name again?
Codsworth?
Codsworth.
No, it's not Codsworth. It's
Codswaddle.
Jesse. What was the name? What's the name of the cheese? Codswald. There we go. Codswald.
And,
my mule Codswald, and also I need a rapier.
Excuse me. I'm just kidding.
The king he pipes up the back and he says, "Well, you can get your cart back. That's was turned into the impound.
Shit.
You have full rights to get that back. However, I'm not giving you a fucking sword."
But please, persuasion check.
That's what he's for. And he points at Alfred.
No, he uses crossbows. See? And I point to the bolt in my back.
There's
To
gotta
follow-
be- yeah. And
Can I make persuasion check on the king? Give me a rapier.
Give you a rapier.
Yeah.
You can do a persuasion check.
Alfred also says like,
Good answer.
there's gotta be
Any
like,
roll.
like,
So I have silver tongue. So any roll below a 10 is treated as a 10. So that's 17.
Okay.
Wait.
You should see.
Oh,
what?
10 plus your bonus. Okay, correct. Okay, yeah.
Your bonus is 7. Damn.
Yeah, he's a bard, man.
That's right.
That's how they do.
I'm like, please, and I like make.
Uh,
I'm like the biggest puppy dog eyes. I'm like begging so hard.
And the king goes, fucking disgusted. And Ubar goes, I'm not buying you a sword, but yeah. And he reaches in and he pulls out and he gives you 30 gold.
Oh.
That's more money than I made.
I look over at Ulfred and I
Wait,
just like
it
throw
says
the coin up.
Bills are bills.
I just like
and,
throwing the sack up in the air and I'm like,
I'll give you
I
your,
say,
Uh,
let's go
um,
shopping.
so he says a loot for 30 gold.
Like, that should at least get you some supplies for the beginning of your trip. After that, you're gonna have to figure it out on your own.
Don't I get a say in this? Where I'm going?
Yeah,
Also-
sure.
What's this worth to me? I don't care.
Ooh,
I'm a
let's give him a
bounty
cut. He's really good. He could be like one of those. What are those guys called?
I don't work
Penny
for free.
pinchers.
Yeah, penny pincher. That's what I have to do after this fucking cut I just got.
You're gonna roll with me. We're gonna be like
19 gold.
best buds. We're gonna be like Tango and Cash.
So
Nobody knows
Boruto
what
pulls
that is.
out another vellum from his back, and he was like, "We have another contract for you." And he basically the idea is if this is successful, he'll give you basically a contract to run Silver Serpent's security on the road.
It's like a fat job, steady job contract. as
So
opposed
yeah,
to
basically that means you get like a certain percentage of the security pay, which if you don't know that much about what the fuck they're talking about, but you've learned to recognize when merchants get excited, right? And recognize that. And when merchants get excited, that means there's a lot of fucking gold involved. So you kind of you get the impression like if you get this, that's big money.
So how much? Wait.
So we're talking yearly.
Alfred's dumb as fuck. So he's like, wait.
Yearly.
I need
I
you.
like break it down
So
for
you're talking
you.
hundreds,
I need
maybe
you to break it down for me
hundreds, maybe thousands of gold.
Here,
per day.
No, yearly.
Ooh, all right.
be rich. We'll be rich, Ulfred.
Which the idea of idea of 100 gold was like you've never had 100 gold in your hand before. That's a lot of money for you. So the idea of hundreds or thousands, I mean, you're talking like daily food is 5 copper or something like that, right?
Well, daily living, depending on how you're doing.
So
Like
you can-
lavishly is like 2 a day or something like that. 2 gold
Right.
a day.
Right. So you can easily see yourself, hey man, you think about the things you would do now for 100 gold. What did you just do for 100 gold? Right? 6 months of your life. Right?
Yeah, he gives like, you can tell he's like looking at Alistair, Alistair and looking back at his contract, like deeply thinking about like whether he wants to do this or not.
Right.
Remembering the last 6 months he just spent with this fucking asshole.
Come on, Ulfred. It'll be fun. Just think about all the things we get to do together. We're gonna kill things, adventure through the land. We're gonna make money. It's gonna be great.
And you're not going to be tied up.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna hurt you, and you're not gonna hurt me. Deal? And I hold out my hand.
Can't make that promise, but
All right, fine. I can respect that
A lot
as
of
a
gold.
bounty hunter.
it's a lot of gold.
Here, and I give him 5 gold from the 30 gold pouch, and I'm like, they underpaid you. Let's go. Oh,
Make-
and I
say
look
make
over.
it 10 and I hand you your loot.
Thanks. I put it on the back. I look over at the king and I say, my lord, I guess, or your majesty, whatever they call them. Right. Do you have a like favorite blacksmith or bronze smith in town?
He's like, half the Donan Empire's bronze comes through here. Must be 24 within a few city streets. But you can try Brigham's Bronze.
Okay, sounds good.
Been around for many generations.
And I bow and turn around at Ulfred and I say, let's go shopping.
Not quite. Make your
Oh.
mark on the contract.
Oh, forgive me. I have a ink bottle and quill.
All right. You make your mark. Alfred, you can make your mark on the paper, or you can make a thumbprint.
Oh, also, can I like make a check to just carefully review this contract that I'm not getting somehow screwed?
Okay. Yeah.
Investigation. Okay.
Let's make an insight check.
Insight. Let's go. A 6th. Not much.
It looks legit.
I'm bad at negotiating contracts. I'm a bard.
I mean, it looks. You don't really have the time to sit down and like pour over it. But what you look, and you're half afraid. Just the way the king looks at you makes you feel uneasy, and you're like, you kind of get this feeling like I'm gonna get out here now before anybody can change their mind.
So I finish and sign very quickly and turn around and click my heels.
All right. With that, you
Alfred
exit.
leaves, begrudgingly leaves the room. Like, kind of hesitates out the door, like, okay. Lets him get like 10 paces ahead.
And as you leave, the king's like, "Oh yeah, they're having a grand old time." Yeah. And he's like, and door closes like, "Yeah, good luck to those wankers." And you head down stairs and leave, and you go out into under the gate, and then you're kind of stop and you look and you kind of like look at each other, and there's kind of like this awkward like, where are we now? Like, the dynamic has changed now, and you're not really sure where either of you are right now in terms of where you stand with each other.
I meant to ask, do I have to return with Alistair?
I have to with the sand, I think, right?
Technically, there's nothing in the contract saying Alistair has to return.
Okay. I was theoretically, if he dies along the way and I get the sand, I still can get my part of the deal.
That's right.
Okay.
Or all of it.
Right?
Yeah. The big thing is just getting my deal done regardless. I'm not going to...
So you're looking at Alfred, and he has this weird look like he's 1,000 miles away, but he's staring right at you. It's like, and he's just kind of like this piercing look at you. And you're kind of wondering how sharp he is, or maybe he's really sharp. You can't tell.
Oh yeah, and like looking at him, I guess I didn't really describe what my eye looked like either.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alfred's
What do I
like,
see?
he's 6'2", kind of a overbearing kind of guy. Like, not overbearing, he's pretty big, very has a great posture. He has mainly it looks like hide armor, like it's like he was basically made himself or made through his tribe, because he is a Junt as well. But he has fur poking out of that. He has a hood of a wolf on his head. That's basically his token of being an outlander, something he's killed in the past, as his hood. With his long bow over his back. He has, from what you can tell, you can hardly even see what color his skin is, necessarily, but because he has gloves on, his face he has a full beard, probably bigger than mine, that's kind of peppered black and white, like pike and gray, with a big, fat, bushy eyebrows as well, where his eyes are kind of slits underneath them.
Mountain man thing going on, kind of.
Yeah, but exactly. But then he has 3 large stripes of blue across his face, where you can't tell if it's paint or if it's a tattoo, or if it's dyed, but it's been there for as long as Alistair's seen him anyway. But they're fat pieces, and most of his face is covered up besides the little patches between the stripes and little fingers that kind of stick out. He handles a hand crossbow in one hand, long bow over the back, and across the other side he has just a great axe. or like what's it called? I think it's a battle axe.
Hand axe.
Battle
Hand
axe.
axe.
And so I look at you, I'm like, Alfred, you're armed to the teeth, which is exactly why you're going to be perfect for this trip. Because we need protection. But we also need to know where the hell we're going. And in case something weird happens, well, I have a few ideas. I have a few friends I gotta go check on. So before we hit the blacksmith, actually, let's go to the blacksmith first. Brigham's bronze?
Brigham's Bronze, yeah.
Okay. So we go over there.
Okay. So you cut out and you kind of you actually have you remember Brigham's Bonds in terms of you remember it from when you were a kid growing up here many years ago. So truly, this place has been a kind of a institution in the town for many generations. As I said before, main commerce through this city is tin and copper from the mountains mixed together. They can use it to make bronze.
Right.
And the city has very much made its wealth from mainly that. Enough that one gate to the city is called the Tin Gate, and one's called the Copper Gate, because at one time there was so much of it flowing to the city, they actually had to split it up between two gates so they could keep track of it better. And you turn down a street and you pass actually an Adonan temple that's there, and it's called the Tenfold Temple because when they built it, the worshippers actually cast the steps in copper to it. So the whole front of the temple is coated and plated in copper, and you can see as you pass, and you can see the goddess Adona herself on her pedestal in the back in the shadows. Continue on. You find the sign to Brigham's Bronze. It just has the symbol for it is just a dented helmet.
Nice.
And you go in, and it's actually pretty quaint, despite its history. And there's a middle-aged man at the counter, and if you remember correctly, it's been passed down by
Generation.
family members for generations, and it's usually to the men, and they're always named Brigham.
So I walk inside, open the door, ding, little bell.
Mhm.
Alfred, I'm like, if you want to come inside, you can come inside. Stay outside.
Welcome.
Alfred, you can come if you want. I don't know. So I walk inside. Hello there, Brigham, I presume.
The one and only.
Really, the one and only.
Now, yeah.
Oh, well, knowing what I know about this place, I'm sorry to hear that. Condolences.
It happens.
Indeed. I'm here to, well, make a deal.
Well, great. What are you looking for?
I am looking for your finest rapier, and I have heard that this being a family-owned and passed down for generations, that would make your best rapiers the generations-long quality, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And the reason why is I'm a traveling bard, as you may be able to figure out, and I'm going to be going some great distance, and I want to show off the best of this.
Even as you're talking, he kind of like turns away and starts walking away from you.
Yeah, excuse, sir.
And he says,
I
"We
just
don't play
continue.
with favorites here. So any rapier's as good as the next one, and they're all quality."
Oh,
And
great.
he pulls a slender bladed rapier off the wall. It's bronze, of course, and brings it over and lays it on the table. And it's not very remarkable, but it appears to be, a utilitarian, but a quality.
I ask him, may I?
Of course.
Just grab it and kind of, I'm like, check out the blade, and I'm like, yeah, indeed. If this is your standard, then this is high quality. How much does it go for?
Let's see. 25 gold pieces.
Indeed. All right. Well, I have an offer here for you. I have.
25 gold.
Yes. Well, I have this, and I pull out a vial of perfume, which is also worth 25 gold.
Okay.
And I say, this is a vial of perfume and worth about the same, but it is not just any normal vial of perfume. This is a
Going on a date.
well, no, I mean, I was just, offering, just one scent of it, smell of it, and the women will be running towards you.
I fucking smelt that. I saw soldiers with armor and swords. What are they gonna think? They come in here and I smell like a fucking rose.
I kind of like scratch my head, look. All right, never mind. And I put the vial away. I'm like, here. Poof, and I just put the 25 gold coins on the counter. And I pass it over and I take the rapier and I'm like, whoosh, and I put it on my back. And I say, good doing business with you, sir.
And he says, before you leave, what's that smell like?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Mine.
Wolfram was
Say,
the tiny crossbow, or the light crossbow, the tiny crossbow, the light crossbow, because he doesn't need it.
Shoots toothpicks.
Can I sell it? Was it for 50% of whatever it's worth, or whatever it is?
You're selling your crossbow?
Yeah, well, my light crossbow.
Because you use hand crossbows, right?
Right, and it's big. I really don't need it.
So you have well, how many bows do you have? You have
Currently, I have a long bow, a hand crossbow, and then the light crossbow. Because it's part of the starting gear, dude. I don't need the light crossbow.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like
Go ahead. You could.
It's 25 gold pieces new if I were to buy one.
Okay.
It's the bow.
So yes, you can.
Brand new, never been used.
You can sell, and then you can also make a persuasion check if you want to try and get more for it.
Yes, I do.
Good.
I'm not good at persuasion.
Come on, man. Roll that 20.
17. Not bad.
So I'm gonna give you 20 gold for it.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
All right. So he basically sees that you're established archer, basically because of all the bows you have, and he's like, you've treated it well. Looks over. All right, good deal. Here's the money.
Do you have any studded leathers by any chance?
Yeah, we have studded leather.
How much?
Let's see.
I had to start with like regular leather, so I'm trying to get the boost. A little bit of a boost.
It would be
Hey,
nice.
any AC boost is a good boost.
Yeah, right.
Make sure to get.
So
get
that's
your-
45 gold.
Oh, I need to look and see how much something is too.
I do have that much. So seeing as you gave me 20 gold for that light crossbow, I assume that sounds fair.
All right.
I'll go ahead and give you that.
All right.
Okay,
And
try
you have
that.
studded leather.
Jesse, I'm gonna buy 1 gold piece worth of arrows or bolts rather, which is one. It's 20.
That's done deal.
Dude, I can make arrows.
I know. So can I.
I got woodcarver's tools.
So can I. It's just
No.
that
Bolts.
I have like special arrows I have to make.
I'm just doing the general Xanathar's Guide arrows.
Oh, I know. Okay, cool. So I kind of like we thank him for his service. I go back outside, and I'm kind of like just step out on the street, play my lute a little bit, and, just looking around, wait for Ulfrid.
So
What
let's
type of
bring-
day? What time of day is it?
So it's probably close to, it's still at mid.
You said it
it's
was
approaching
dawn, right?
mid-morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Approaching
Cool.
mid-morning.
So we hit the smelter early. So I was give it a little time. Then,
So there's two pressing things, right? You got to get actually a little bit more of a team going.
Yeah.
and
exactly.
you got to get your cart. And
Right.
and-
Well, the Impelled will be open in an hour or so. So let's go get our. I have a friend in town.
Is there anything
Oh.
like a wood shop smith, a woodsmith person? I don't know what to call it.
Carpenter.
carpenter, yeah, a woodworker.
Sorry.
Yeah, there will be one of those in town.
I just want to get a couple craft blocks of wood, general sized.
Nice.
Okay.
That's one of like his thing. He like it was quirks, kill time. He'll just carve some of his wood, make little figurines and stuff. So
You're a wood carver.
Give me
Make Funko Pops.
just -1 silver piece, and I'm gonna give you 4 decent sized blocks of wood.
cool.
You know, in all of that time and you chasing me through the woods, I never would have thought that you were a wood carver. I'm also a wood carver.
It's great.
It is great. We could like work on things together. It's very fun.
Do a collab.
Yeah, a collab. DM.
I'll think about it. Slide my DM.
So as you guys are walking, you're kind of you have a destination in mind.
Yeah.
And you're hoping that you're gonna. There's a couple people's names on your mind, and you're hoping you're gonna run into at least one of them.
Like going to the shady part of town.
Right, and you're heading to a tavern known or ale house known as the Lit Lamp. And
The lit lamp.
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 Oh, I was gonna say.
And sure enough, you can see it down the street. There is a large copper lamp hanging from a post outside the house. It's got just big old flame in it. And
They opened this
as you
earlier.
approach, you guys can hear the harangue from inside of the drunken raised voices trying to talk over each other.
At like
Been here,
6 in the
Bard.
morning.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up, your bard?
It's left over from overnight. Look,
Yeah, I mean,
we
there
need
are
another
definitely
member of
people
our
who,
team.
don't leave that place at night and wake
Yeah.
up and start drinking again.
Exactly.
You as you enter, it seems like it's picking up. Not only is it people drinking, but people come here to get breakfast. Laborers, traveling
Speaking
workers.
of, I'm famished. Ulfred, do you want to get us some food?
I'm just walking towards the bar. Just hand
Perfect.
crossbow just on the
Breakfast
table. Breakfast
This
beer.
is the exact kind of place that will find the people that we're looking for. So I'm gonna just go do my thing and see what I can find. And so I kind of play around. I'm playing my lute, walking around, doing my
As he-
rounds.
yeah, and as he's walking around, I'm also scoping out more so for muscle, just kind of like looking around and like unique characters.
Yeah. So
And I just start singing a song, and I'm like,
Spot the main character in the
"Oh,
anime.
How I've missed you, looking for my friends, looking for my." And I'm just like kind of checking around and like
You're,
playing the lute.
you're looking around and you're kind of crestfallen. You don't see any of the faces you were thinking of until you overhear a voice that you just know anywhere, and you immediately know who it is.
I stop playing.
It's Baxter.
Baxy.
Baxter, you
My parents have a dog named Baxter, and we call him Baxy.
are sitting next to are at a table that is gambling. Are you gambling? Or are you just watching?
That's a good question, because I had another thought of where you might run into Baxter, if you don't mind me making a slight change.
Okay.
So instead of being in the actual bar, you're kind of crestfallen as you go around and don't quite see him outside. So you decide to just step out of the bar and look around the corner, and I am passed out, leaning up against a what could be seen as a dumpster, bottle or mug in hand. Looks like I got thrown there, and
So
Okay, so I walk
you're-
over. I kind of like
you're
I see him.
you're playing a lute and you hear this mumbling, and you recognize the voice though. You look over and you spot him, and he's grumbling to himself in his sleep.
Okay, so first thing I do is I kind of saunter over, and I like play a softer tune, and I'm like, "Sleeping Beauty." And I kind of get a little closer, and I'm like,
And
I'm gonna make a
by the way,
slight-
it seems to actually calm him a little bit.
I'll slide a hand check. I'm gonna see. Does he have anything in his pockets?
Do a sleight of hand check, and
Ooh, I make a
at the same time, I'm going to have you do a perception check.
Is that with a disadvantage because I'm passed out?
Oh, sorry, I did the perception check. Wrong roll. Sorry. Slide a hand check.
No, it's going to be a regular.
Okay.
Oof.
21.
Good
slide
by
a
the
hand.
hand roll, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's almost a 20. Damn it, I had something for
All
it
right.
too.
So I'm just
Yeah,
like,
you-
looking through, does he
you
have
know
anything on him? What do you have on you?
Like 4 gold.
Okay, so I take the 4 gold and then I kick him. Wake up! Wake up!
Ah! And I slash at you.
With what? What are you
My
slashing
dagger.
at me with?
My
What?
dagger. I still have a dagger.
You're just holding the mug in your hand.
Yeah, you have a mug.
I roll to attack you with a mug.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, and he looks like what? Like
He's
a
a
weasel?
ferret.
A ferret.
Okay,
That's what it
yeah.
was.
Okay, well,
Nice.
I miss.
So you
Wait.
like swing crazy. I'm like,
And
you're drunk and you
you-
stink.
You just hurl the mug and it flies harmlessly over his head and lands somewhere out in the muddy street.
Is that? No fucking way. Alistair, is that you?
That's right. And you
Oh
have
my
3
God.
fucking gold on you. That's all you have. 3 gold to your name, and I throw the 3 gold back at him.
Would you look at where I am? You think I have more than 4 gold?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. But here
Oh,
you are.
God,
In
I'm
a-
just
in a
help
ditch,
me up. I'm disgusting.
You know, you're not a rat folk. Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
well, not the
Jesus
way
isn't
people
a-
look at me.
And there's no deity here. You're not a rat folk.
so-
Sword and thunder.
So,
So-
Gordon,
Yeah.
just to explain your character a little bit more, he is.
Let him. Yeah, you could describe it.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
want to explain?
Yeah. So Baxter is a grumpy as fuck ferret person, ferretkin, ferret folk, whatever you want to call him. He is a stout 3'5", barely up to anyone's hips, very lithe with what would normally be snow white fur is probably just covered in whatever alley grease there is at the moment. Wearing very slim, almost like kind of just a almost like overalls as far as leather armor is concerned. There's not really much around his arms, but he's also got a big hooded cloak over his head that he mostly just keeps up over his head and, uses as a blanket.
All right. So I
Other various spell components and this like mostly just twigs and what looks like just like acorns to most people. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense what's going on as far as equipment is concerned.
nice. So you'd like swing the mug at me, and I'm like, look at you're drunk. I throw the gold at you, and I'm like, God, get your shit together, Baxter, get up, come on. And
It
like,
was a
pick
long
you up.
night. What time is it anyway?
I pick you up. I'm like, it's like 8:30. Here, wake up. I'm like,
8:30. God, I slept for 3 hours. Oh, gee, can I go back?
that's all you had, 3? And
I told
kinda
you it was
smile,
a
and I'm like,
long night. Don't ask.
nice,
okay?
very good job. It's almost as
God.
little sleep as I used to get back in my day.
What? I mean, holy shit! What are you doing in town? First off,
Well,
I ain't seen you in months.
I was arrested. No
Again?
surprise there. Yes.
Yeah, no surprise at all.
And I got out.
Uh-huh.
And I got a job.
Ah, there it is. Okay. And you want me to go with you? Is that it?
Well, don't be so presumptuous. I want to just bring a stinking ferret that gets drunk laying in, and of course I want to bring you.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
hate to
Sure.
tell
Why
you
not?
this. And then I like pull out this sweet bronze rapier, and I'm like, huh?
Oh, that's nice.
I know, right? This is for you. Now get your shit together. We gotta go.
No
Oh,
way.
also, this is Ulfrid, and I point to Ulfrid.
I'm at the bar.
Oh shit, never mind. Here, I have a friend I need you to meet at the bar. So I just give him the rapier, and I'm like, come on, let's go. We gotta
I'm
go.
sitting down like steak and eggs. with,
Let's
like,
get you a little hair of the dog first before we gotta eat some food.
This is nice.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so you guys push your way back into the tavern, and you've gotten used to, you know how clumsy humans are, so you tend to talk a little louder when there are large groups of them, just so you don't get stepped on. And you make yourself known, just because they tend to be pretty oblivious to what's going on around them. And you make your way, and there's Ulfric already drinking his breakfast at the.
Ulfrid. Ulfric is a different character from a different game.
Like Stormcloak.
Yeah.
Alfred is already drinking his breakfast.
You're similar. Does that mean similar in like I mean,
We drink to our youth, to the
Nordish-
days come and gone.
Nordish looking? Yeah.
Don't want to get sued. It's just,
So we go inside, get some steak and eggs, eat a hearty breakfast. I catch up with Baxter. I tell him the story about how Ulfrid had to chase me for like 6 months and that it was only supposed to be 1 month, but I gave him the, the run, who was unable to find me and just really rub it in.
Then I caught you. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, look at us now.
Yeah, you found a pet.
He's not a pet.
by the way, to
This
feed
is
you
just-
guys,
this is the guy.
I don't know if I talked to him yet. I just like
feed you
walked
guys,
up
it's
with
it
Yeah,
costs
right.
6
Close.
copper. So
Say what, Jesse?
someone's paying 6 copper.
Oh, okay.
Well, someone just took all mine.
No, I gave it back to you. I threw it back at you, remember?
No,
I'll-
I'm still a little
I'll-
half drunk.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay the 6 copper. I have 1 gold. How much is 6 copper now?
You have that. What is it? So you have 9.5. You have 9 silver and 5 copper. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So I pay for it and kind of look around. I'm like, all right, now that we've got the crew together, we have to go get the stuff. And it's at the impound. So I'm gonna. Supposedly I have claim to it, but I don't feel like anything is ever easy for me to get stuff back. Gonna have to be on our best behavior, all right? I'm looking at you, Baxter.
Okay. Hey, man, no promises. You know what you're getting yourself into by talking to me in the first place.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, well, let's eat up and get going.
All right. So you guys finish up, and then you clear out. It's stick to your ribs food. It's just like grits and bread or toast and stuff like that. And you head
French
out
toast.
and head towards the impound, which is back near the keep. And basically, what it is, it's like a big warehouse building, and there's a couple guards out front, and there's one there who is holding a ledger, and he says, he looks at you guys, and he's kind of picking up or dropping off.
Picking up.
Okay, what's she picking up?
Well, it should be a fabulous mule named what is it?
Codswold?
Codswold. And, of course, a wagon with it. There was a bunch of stuff on it, of course. It should still be in there.
It's your writ.
Now,
And
here, I hand him the paper.
okay, so he says, well, yeah, it looks right. There's one problem though.
I told you. See? This is what I was talking about.
We already sold the car.
Wait, what?
It's already been sold.
You sold
Oh,
the mule.
shit. Okay, who's it? Where? When? And why?
And
So,
who's,
and you're immediately panicking, and
who's gonna give this man his money then?
so
Freaking
the
out.
reason why Alistair is panicking
There's
It's
something on
best-
that cart.
is because he knows Quasar is hiding on the cart.
Oh, shit.
Quasar has the ability to, in certain situations, assume what looks like a form that looks like a chest. He kind of folds himself in,
Go forward.
and
That's cool.
Alistair had the foresight to make a storage compartment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that he can just barely fit into. So right now, and Quasar is also very important to you for not only is he your friend,
He's my navigator.
he's your navigator, and you have acquired, partially why you have this job is because somehow you have the uncanny ability to find rare trade routes, passes, things that were thought part of antiquity, that you have somehow unlocked the key to or found to and made your merchant reputation off of. And really, it's because Quasar finds this shit for you. And now the cart.
It's my golden goose.
Yeah.
Are there other carts in the impound?
You don't know. The doors are closed right now.
Ask him. Well, since you sold this man's property, we're due a cart. Do you have
No.
any?
Well,
None will quite do.
not exactly.
Why not?
Once the cart's turned in, it's technically not your property anymore, and we have the right to sell it.
Wait, I have a question. Is it after like a certain number of days that you have the right to sell it?
No.
You could just sell it like right after it's impounded?
Well,
Yeah.
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, that is bullshit. I mean, at least if it was just after a certain amount of days, I could like make a joke about this being your fault, Ulfric, because you took too long to turn me in.
Turn
But
us in.
I
I'm
mean,
not going to need any earthly possessions whatsoever. So, time isn't really a factor.
okay, well, fuck. You could at least tell me who you sold it to.
Why don't you make a persuasion check?
I mean,
Or-
I definitely
or-
would love to.
Make some kind of check. So, persuasion, intimidation.
It's gonna be persuasion.
Alright.
What is going on here?
So while he's doing this, we're at like the
Okay,
basically
well,
like
any
a
roll
desk
below
for
10
the-
is a 10, so or any roll below 9 is 10, so 17.
Okay.
Silver tongue. Love that ability.
So he says, well, it wasn't purchased that long ago. It was purchased by a couple of the Ritter, and they made their way, I imagine they're back toward the steppe. Now, he says the Ritter.
Yeah,
The Ritter is kind of a generic term used for the steppe peoples. So these are the basically migratory people that live their whole lives on the steppe. And they're somewhat feared as kind of barbarians. Almost every city in Alangad has had at least been under siege by one steppe army or another. And people who live, some of the more sedentary people who live on the steppe are constantly in fear of being pillaged by steppe tribes. And it's not uncommon for them to come into town in small groups and, in times of peace like this, and buy supplies or things they can't get normally in their tribal living. So,
Well, shit.
and you're worried because they're going back to the steppe. Once they hit the steppe,
Yeah, they're
it's
gone.
only an ocean of grass.
Yeah.
They're gone. You're not going to catch up to them. They move way too fast.
How long ago did they leave?
Well, how's it been? 2 hours? They were here.
Shit.
Ulfric
That's
also
in
spit on
town.
the ground when you mentioned the name.
You say what?
I said, Ulfric also spit on the ground whenever you mentioned the name of yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
2
criminal.
hours, that's still in town, right?
Maybe. They looked like they were hot to get back on the trail, I guess.
Which gate did they go through? Tin or copper?
The Tin Gate.
Cool.
That's West Gate, yeah. And someone roll an insight check for me.
Who's good at that?
I'm proficient, but it's only +2.
I have +2 as well.
Don't you have inspiration as well?
I do.
I guess you're doing it because you weren't talking to him.
I know.
16.
Nice.
16. You can immediately notice a little tightness when he talks about the cart. He is holding something back.
Okay. I feel like I could be more well informed about what's going on and where they went and the kind of people and what you're telling me.
And you notice that he kind of does a little side eye back towards the double doors.
I send a message using my cantrip message to... I have to know that the person is there. Okay, so I'm going to send it to Baxter. So Baxter, you hear a whisper in your head.
What's going on?
Yeah, you hear, I feel like they didn't sell the cart. I feel like there's something, or they took something off my cart. There's something back there. He keeps eyeing to the side. Do you want to...
You want me to
Go
go
check
take
it
a
out.
look?
Yeah.
So Message has a verbal component, right? So you're like kind of like whispering.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can't hear it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Alfred looks at you and is like,
Well, it's inaudible whisper, so I'm just kind of like,
Right, you're doing it quiet enough so that you can't hear it, but
Yeah.
Baxter hears it in his mind.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Alfred kind of gives you like a weird fucking look, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you think like he just like, is he having an aneurysm or something
We're
like that?
sitting
No,
in
I'm just kinda like-
silence and you're whispering to yourself, like we're just.
Yeah.
You gonna say anything? Are we gonna go look for this guy? Or
Yeah.
go look for this cart?
Yeah.
Well,
Baxter,
I guess I could look.
Can I just hide, like, this is the only one person we're talking to, can I just stealth behind
Yeah.
Alistair real quick?
Give me a DC 10 stealth check here.
Okay. Well, at the moment, I'm just stepping behind Alistair and kind of making my form, straight up. 14.
All right. So, you kind of like, you really aren't really stealthing that much because you know the humans don't even see you usually.
They don't
so
really
you just
notice
kinda,
me.
like step
It's
off, like
kind
start
of a
walking
boom.
around the edge of the building, and of course you find that it's like a big barn almost, and there's some boxes stacked up against the side of the building, and you can see there's actually like a window probably for like ventilation, and you just kind of like hop up the boxes and look in. And you don't see a cart. There's a bunch of odds and ends, random stuff. There's just a mule there sitting there.
Do I recognize him as Codswald?
Uh,
I'd know Codswald.
okay. Yeah, it looks like it could be Coswald. Yeah.
How
Well,
you
he
doing,
looks
buddy?
like the keys he's spotted.
But the window you said is like, is it barred or can I actually jump?
No, you can just, it's open.
All right, well, cast invisibility and jump in.
Okay.
I am not being seen.
Okay. It doesn't look like there's anybody in here. It's just like basically exactly what it's used for. It's
Yeah, so no one sees me jump through the window.
Yeah, so no one sees you, and inside of the building is just the equipment, and then Codswald's sitting there munching on a bale of hay and just kind of doing his mule thing.
I do the whispers again, like to Baxter again, and I'm like, look for any kind of like golden like chest inside of a chest thing.
Well, if Codswald isn't tied to any sort of cart, he's just hanging out. There aren't any other carts in the bay. Are there like a bunch of stacked chests somewhere?
So you don't see anything like an ornate chest or anything. There's
Even just like a basic cart, like crate.
Yeah, it looks like there's all kinds of random stuff that's been collected from people. It looks like just the mules here.
Nothing random shiny, unrelated to what he's asking me to find.
Maybe if you rolled the key of fortune, there would be, but there is no.
Ooh.
Fair enough. Well, we got to get you out of here, buddy, but you're not going to be very much help unless there's your bus along with you.
Yeah, I mean, I need my wagon.
Is there some big barn doors going on here, or does it just lead into the room where we came from?
There's you see that there's barn doors on either side of the building. There's the one where the guard with the ledger is, and then there's another one on the back side.
Can I go to the one that is the opposite from where everyone else is and perception, like, or listen to see if anyone's standing on the outside of it or if there are other guards around?
Yes. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Natural 20.
All right. This looks like kind of like the back entrance. It opens up onto an alley. You're kind of like peeking through the cracks in the door there. It looks clear. This is not the primary entrance to the building. So.
Is the door locked, or can I just?
It has a classic, barred door, so you can lift that.
First one. Open the doors just enough, and does Codswald have his lead on him?
Yeah, there's lead.
Let's take that and invisibly walk him out.
We didn't need to steal him, right? Weren't they giving us the mule still?
They didn't mention anything about that, but if there's nothing in here, I just want to get him outside.
Right, they're like, what the fuck? Why is this mule out here? Like, who let this mule out?
I'm still with him.
Where's your
But
little
if there's nothing else in that barn that would even look remotely like what Alistair was asking me to find. nor his cart at all.
Yeah, the cart's not there.
I mean, if Codswald's in there, we got to get him out.
Yeah, it's just the mule.
So, taking him through the alley.
Are you taking him back up to the front?
I mean, not directly. Maybe wait for another little message from Alistair, and then I can tell him what direction I'm going. But at least stay out of sight for now.
Okay.
What did you find?
I got Codswold secured,
Those bastards.
but no sign of any box that you're looking for.
Double bastards.
There wasn't a second level to that, was there?
No.
Basement or attic?
No.
So are we leaving or what?
So I'm talking to this guy, and I kind
I'm
of
just like, okay, why are we fucking standing?
right. I'm like, oh, and then so I'm like talking to the guy, and I look over at Ulfrid. I'm like, Ulfrid, what's another name for a mule or a donkey?
An ass.
And then I look over at the
I
guy
do.
behind the counter, an ass. And I look at the guy on the counter. I'm like, why are you making an ass
like,
out of me?
He gets
My
his,
mule is back there. Why are you making an ass out of me?
he looks. He's like, he looks confused. He goes, look, times are rough. I was hoping to fence the mule separate. You know, something. Pension's not too good here.
Not my Codswald. You should be ashamed.
And
And I hope that you have a terrible day. I'm leaving with my mule. And I just grab him and just...
he was finally hurt, and he just watches you as you walk away.
Yeah, it's like, Baxter, come on. And then, like, the mule just pops out.
I'm not there. I'm in like an alley behind where you are.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go around, get the mule.
That's as we're leaving. Hey, where'd your friend go?
So you have a mule. And he just has his lead. He doesn't have any saddlebags. And, he's usually meant to hitch up to the cart. So you got your mule, but you're still short your cart.
So, Ulfrid, I kind of, like, look over at you, and I'm like, this is Codswald, and also, we still need to get our cart. 2 hours ahead of us on the tin gate is what he said?
Yeah, at the 10 gate. Now, you got one chance, Alistair, and just one thing you're really hoping to, you're counting on, is that you happen to know that on the cart was a small barrel of brandy. And knowing the steppe people as they are, they're often fond of the drink. You're hoping they won't be able to resist the brandy. Maybe they'll stop for a drink. Because if being that they're Rida, they mostly have they're gonna have horses, and if they go regular speed, they're just gonna dust you.
That's why I'm riding Codswald.
Yeah, should I rent a horse or something? You're gonna be riding this mule. I'm gonna be like fucking just trekking it behind you, just like trying to keep up.
Can you afford a horse?
How much is it? How much is renting a horse?
Renting a horse.
They don't even-
I don't know if they rent horses.
Well, a cheap horse, how much is a cheap horse?
It's not like a scooter like in the city where you can just pick one up
Wait.
and ride it to the other side of the town and
You
put
could
it
buy a
back.
mule too.
Let me look up the prices. Hold up.
It's Codswold a friend.
My wagon can be pulled by 2 carts. Should we take... Let's see, how far are we in? Hour and 30 minutes?
Oh yeah, donkey's only 8 gold pieces. A horse is 50.
Yeah, dude, get a mule. 8 gold
Let's
pieces.
track down this cart and get out together and take a break or something.
Oh, but
Exactly.
then like bit and bridle and the fucking everything else. A saddle. I don't have that much money. I could get just a
okay.
lot of bareback.
Actually, you would need a saddle too to ride it.
Oh, I can't ride bareback?
Yeah, technically you can't ride it bareback. I mean, you could, but
I'm just sitting on him. I'm not riding. Not
you're gonna
riding. He's
be
just slump along.
sliding all over the place, and you,
You know better than that.
yeah, you probably you wouldn't be able to actually make that much better speed.
Yeah.
Stiff.
All right, well, then we're not riding the mule. I have the mule. We're just bringing the mule with us.
It's like a
Okay.
pack mule.
It's
Yeah.
also bad for the mule. You ride it bareback.
Yeah, probably.
I'm staying invisible, so if I see on our walk over, if I see anything shiny, I am going to try and take it.
Okay. like
Some
you're gonna
loose coin in someone's pocket or a shiny thing in a window.
Well, there's tons of opportunity to pick a pocket.
Yeah, but he uses his mage hand, so I'm just on top of. Oh, no, that would be an action, so that would disable the invisibility. I'll
Wait,
do it myself.
no, Mage Hand isn't concentration, is it? Oh, it is. Right?
It's not concentration, but I'm pretty sure it breaks the invisibility as casting a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really? Oh.
All right, well, I'll just jump off of Codswall to grab something and then jump back on. Jump off of
So-
grab something, jump back on.
Okay, so you'd have to do a sleight of hand check.
I'll be right back.
Is that
I'm
advantage for
gonna
being
say it's a
invisible?
DC. It's gonna be a DC 13 sleight of hand check.
Nope.
You said DC 3, right?
13.
No, that's real low.
Okay. They gotta roll a perception.
I think they're
You're
gonna
getting
do it.
caught. You're getting caught is what's going to happen.
I mean, they're not going to see a whole lot of much. They might feel me poking them, I guess.
Oh, they will.
Luckily, they rolled a 7. So
So you're fine.
the wealthier looking, the fat, wealthy looking merchant doesn't seem to notice that you stick your hand in his pocket and fish around, and then he kind of turns and you just pull it out real quick. But it was
Okay,
close.
anything. Yeah. All right, well, try. First
You
try.
can always try again.
Yes, exactly.
You would if you saw another mark that looked like it was worth it.
Yeah, not now.
Right.
I pushed my luck far enough.
So with that, you guys head out towards the tin gate, and unless there's anything else you want to stop and get, this is the last chance leaving the city.
Now we gotta track down. We gotta track down this cart, right?
Gone. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
we're in
leave.
a hurry, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was saying, yeah, I think we're in a hurry.
Okay.
let's get out of here.
So you leave out for the tin gate and at a quick pace, and you and head down the road. Now, Quasar, you've been kind of locked in this compartment, and you felt the cart jingling, and you've kind of been in like a stasis.
Mhm.
And
It's called Sentry Mode.
Sentry mode, sure. And you immediately you notice you're in motion. You kind of like become aware of what's going on, and you notice it's in motion, and you immediately have an idea of like you're not even in your current where you are, kind of hidden away. You know you're not in the place you should be. The cart is not in the place it should be. And you're kind of picking up these sounds. You hear voices that are unfamiliar, but you're acutely aware that you don't hear Alistair's voice.
What
And-
language are they speaking?
They are speaking.
Those-
What language do you have? Do you know?
So what I have right now is Adonan, Agronian, Dozin, Druidic, and Telazani.
Okay.
But I think I'm rolling it as he's still kind of picking up. When he hears a new language, he's like, "Ooh!" He just like starts listening. He starts picking it up really fast.
So, you recognize they're speaking Dozin.
Okay.
And do me a perception check right now.
I've probably spoken Dozin to him
whoops.
before.
17.
He's better at picking up languages than you are. So 17. Okay. And you are also aware that you were traveling westward.
Okay.
You kind of innately feel what direction you're heading in. So you're kind of unsure of what's going on, and so you're naturally cautious. And so you're kind of just observing for a while, and then you notice the cart comes to a stop. And you hear some voices, and then you hear someone like climb up into the back of the cart, and it's like moving around, and they're remarking on like, "Oh, look at all this cool stuff we got. We had a good deal." And then you hear him say, "Oh, what's this?" And then one of them goes, "Is it booze?" And the other one goes, "It is booze." And then
That's my
you see him,
friend.
they immediately like you hear him like hit the wood, and like the top of the cask break open, and then you hear him and then they're just kind of, you can hear them like talking and they're laughing. Alistair and Alfred and Baxter, you guys are huffing up the road, and I'm gonna have you guys do a Constitution save for me.
Levels of exhaustion.
Going on all fours.
The DC 10.
As we're running, Alfred's just like, why the fuck do we care so much about this cart?
You don't understand. I'll explain when we get there. Oh boy, I'm tired.
Albie and Gordon, you have a level of exhaustion. Alfred, you are fine.
How do you do exhaustion again on the sheet? You have to go to the gear.
Gear, far right, fifth from the bottom on like the left top or right topmost box. On the
Yeah,
right.
show exhaustion
Got it.
tracking.
Thank you. Core level of exhaustion. We have 1.
So the road travels westward, skirting the Bear Beer River, and you are making good time. And the landscape here is hilly, rolling hills covered in verdant green grass, and in between the hills, it's starting almost to like get a little bit of the plateau feel to it, where you have these kind of like wide flat grassland in between the hills, and as you move in that direction, the hills begin to thin more and more, and you have been running for or quick pace, moving quickly for a few hours now, and you guys are coated in sweat. You can Alistair, your shirt's like soaked through. Baxter, you're like cursing your little legs.
I'm on all fours trying to.
Yeah, I imagine you go down all fours, or just kind of like doing the little skink, like,
Yeah.
slope. And
Losing a coin here and there. It's falling in your pockets.
and you pass a few onlookers, or a few other travelers on the road coming the opposite direction. And of course, you inquire if they've seen anything, and some of them you hear someone mention that they did see some Ritta coming by with a cart and some horses, and the first person you pass says, "Oh yeah, it was about an hour ago," and then you pass someone, it's like, "Oh yeah, that was about 30 minutes ago," and then another person says it. Oh yeah, I just passed them like a few minutes ago.
We're almost there.
So and you kind of the road goes up and it goes in between two of the grassy hills, and you stop and you can see on the road maybe like what must be a few hundred yards out into this flat cleared grassland in between the hills. You can see the cart stopped, and you can see like a little fire and
What time of day is it?
some little shapes, what looks like people milling about it.
What time of day is it?
We're probably just past noon.
Sun beating down on him, sweat drenched, and I'm like,
Yeah, there's not a lot of cover here.
I'm like,
The
there it is.
The wind, the sun, the elements, you're full exposed in this landscape. So, and you can see them.
Well,
and-
you want to just walk up and say hello, or you trying to steal it back?
Well, I have this. It's the writ that allows me, that says that card is mine, so I have
Yeah,
proof.
but they paid for it. They'll say it's theirs.
Yeah, and then we'll pay for it back if they need money, and if
What
they
if you don't have
then-
enough?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure something out. You know me.
You always say that. We usually end up in a lot of trouble.
I pat you on the head. And I'm like, come on, just follow my lead, and then
How many of them are there? Can we tell
Don't
from
you
here?
fucking touch me.
You will have to make a perception check.
Okay, cool. $19.
Nice.
All right. So, Albie Gordon, sorry, Alistair Baxter, you can't really, you can see their shapes moving, you can't really tell Austin, you have a little bit more experience. This is a little more your element, and you don't actually approach them head on. You kind of skirt and almost do like a wide circle, looking at, and you can see there's actually two more. At first, you counted three figures milling about, but then you see there's actually two on the other side of the cart, and they're both on their horses, and they're like passing something back and forth. Looks like they're drinking it.
That's my brandy.
So there's 5 of them total.
Looks like 5 total.
Okay. I'll let them know. It's like looks like there are about 5 of them. If you can't tell from over here.
Well, we're very outnumbered.
A couple of them look like they're drinking something. Can't tell.
Oh, they're probably pretty drunk, so that's good.
Yeah, but that's less booze for us. Damn it, we better hurry up. So there's some.
Shit, you're right.
Are we really gonna risk this right now? I mean, it's a cart.
Yeah. Okay, let me explain. There's something on this cart that is like something you've never ever seen before in your entire existence and your entire family line's existence. Something special, very dear to my heart, and also we won't know where the hell to go without it.
If it's this fucking brandy, I swear.
No, the brandy help us. Okay, I know.
I mean, that would be
intelligence
pretty
is your
helpful
strong
too,
suit.
actually. Don't doubt the power of brandy.
Yeah, I mean, come on, let's go.
Sorry, this is your fucking cart. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna just walk up to him and talk to him, and I'm gonna convince them to give it back to me.
You
And
want us? We should stay back, or
I'll stay
If it-
back. Yeah.
if it doesn't work, I'll explain to them that you two are tracking a monstrous beast and that they're I don't know. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna go talk to
Just hide in a bush.
yeah, Jesse, how you said? Is there tall grass on these fields, or
There's no bushes. There's no trees here. But
like open
there
plain.
are parts where the grass is taller. So if you're gonna try and hide and approach, you're literally gonna army crawl your way
I mean,
towards them.
Okay.
it's a little easier for me. So yeah, I'll try to sneak up. Well,
I'll just go with
staying
you.
close to you.
I'll just go with you. Whatever.
With me, Ulfred? Okay,
I'll
good.
go with you.
Okay.
Yes. So we walk up and I see them drinking and I
Still
Okay.
I
so
speak Dozen.
we're gonna switch, and I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative just because I want to put people into turn mode here.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Fine with that.
I'm not going to combat, but we are going to turn mode, and we are going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Perfect. I rolled a 3.
Rolling great. Natural 1.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Break. Let me switch it to the break screen. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Be
Oh
right
boy.
back. right, and we're back. We're back. Oh, I gotta move the turn order. I want it to work for the stream, but it won't work. I'm gonna come up with some cool new thing. All right, well, cool. We are back. I'm going, and we are approaching these dozen peoples who have purchased my cart, my wagon, actually. Is that right, Jesse?
That's right. And I
They're
think
drinking.
actually, let's have Quasar go first here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right, because we have initiative.
And Alistair, you rolled a 3, is that right?
Yeah, my initiative is really terrible.
I do have the.
Oh, I
extra-
don't know why. Oh, sorry, I didn't have my bonus there.
I do have higher
Okay.
dex than Quasar.
11.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to go first or narratively he's going first.
You have a higher dex, you said?
I have the 3, yeah, and he has 2. I'm down for him to go first, like narratively. I'm just saying, like,
Okay. Yeah, it's good to know. And you said you had a 13, Alistair?
11.
11. Okay. Quasar, so you were in the back of this car in a innocuous form. Is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
At this point, I think I'm good. I think that I know that the cart has stopped. I know that they're enjoying some of Alistair's brandy, but I don't know that anyone else is here, right?
Right.
I'm gonna remain quiet.
Okay.
As quiet as this noise.
Whoa.
Do you make that noise?
oh. Oh no.
It is C3. Okay.
Wow.
So
He's a 14.4K modem. Holy shit.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm gonna remain quiet and yeah, I'm just chilling.
okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening to their conversation very intently. Trying to listen for new words. Sorry.
All right, no problem. Alfred, is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
No, I'm just gonna back up Alistair as we roll up.
Okay, so Alistair, it's your go. You kind of approach these guys, and they saw you coming. Like obviously, you're just kind of marching across the grass here.
Right.
So they kind of see you approaching, like break away from the road and like come there, and then they're immediately wary, and you can see them kind of as you approach. You can see in their body movements they're kind of they're wary, and they're kind of eyeing you and like what is this guy doing?
Right. So I motioned. I mean, I have my my mule is Codswalled is off to the side. He's just kicking it, and I walk up to it, and I'm like, and I say in Dozin, traditional Dozin greeting, which whatever that might be.
Yeah, you can just you recognize them as Rita, so you're like greetings, may your herd never lack for feed or some shit.
Right.
Right.
And hello, and I see you are enjoying some of the finest brandy that I've ever found in my time across these lands.
And they're kind of drinking it, and then one of them is got a like a big old mustache, and he has like a fur hat and a big old overcoat that drops almost to his knees, and he says, "Your brandy, we bought this fair and square."
Yeah, that's probably true. I'm just remarking about how it was one of the best types of brandy that I had ever found in my travels across the land, as I have many other things that I have found that you might be interested in. However, and I understand that you bought that cart, but it was sold to you without permission, as they say. And I'm here to buy it back from you, so to speak.
Buy it back.
Yeah, you can keep the brandy too.
Oh, you're very kind.
Yeah.
How much you gonna pay for it?
Well, why don't you let's start with how much did you pay for it? Because I want to know if you got a good or a bad deal.
Doesn't matter what I pay for it. What are you gonna pay for it?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Let's see what's on it. And I walk to the back.
Okay, so you're gonna like start walking.
Yep, and I'm just going to whisper under my breath to Baxter to get prepared to detach the horses from the wagon.
So, as the ones talking to you would say, I'm gonna say it's 4.
Well, we can't see anything. We're just kicking it here on the does instead.
It's a very important part.
Oh, there we
Aha.
go.
Oh, damn, those are some really big horses. Horses only
Bad-
take 2 squares, not 4.
Badass.
They're large animals.
I know, but they only take 2 squares, even though they
Oh,
are
really?
large animals. Yeah, they still only take 2 squares.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that's why. Because I was like,
Badass
"Those
animals.
Yeah, that looks
thick
more
boy-
natural.
Shit, they were.
Damn.
Big boy. All right, yeah, that looks better.
My ambitions has
Okay, so there aren't any horses attached to the cart.
Oh, so if that's the case, then I'm telling you to go around to the back of the cart and say when you get there on my command, or sorry, go around behind the guys drinking the booze, and on my
Yeah.
command, knock the booze out of their hand because you're invisible, right?
More or less where I was gonna. Well, not anymore.
Okay.
That's more or less
So,
where I was gonna go anyway.
While you're talking to the one, I'm gonna say it's this number 4 here.
Okay.
Number 5 is looking off, and he kind of like looks over and starts like grabbing the sleeve of the other guy, and he points off, and then this 4 says, "Wait a second, what's that?" And he points over, and you can see like in the tall grass, it's like parting.
Nope.
And heading towards you, he's like, "You trying to pull something here?"
Me? No, not at all. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm just as worried as what's going on in the grass over there too. We should be careful.
Roll a
be
deception
monsters.
check. Roll a deception check for me.
At the same. Never mind.
Well, any roll for deception as well of
17.
10 or below is a 10, so 17.
That's really working out for you.
Yes, that's the whole point of being this kind of bard.
Just deception or the persuasion as well.
Both.
Fuck, it's
Wait.
sad.
'Cause,
Dude.
yeah.
I don't even heard of that.
And I'm
With my head in the dirt, can I quickly find like a worm or some kind of bug or something?
Not to mention jack of all trades as well. I mean, you're just a
You
skill check monster.
You found your second headache of the morning. You can feel the fumes burning off, and getting down all fours and running, and then trying to like nose the grass. Your head's like pounding.
I have a question. Is that a ability check? Does that mean I have disadvantage on it because of exhaustion?
Yeah, and I mean
Yes.
you rolled in that one anyway.
Okay, well, it doesn't. I guess it would still be a 17. Either way, you're right. So, still 17.
All right.
And I'm telling him, no, what's going on over there?
So their insight would be.
Can I shoot a crossbow bolt in the area, like deliberately off, like
They
short?
they are short by 1 point.
Okay, so I say, no, let me. Yeah,
Says,
I
all
guess-
right, but your friend needs to stand up because we could see him nosing around over there.
I pop up. There are no bugs down here. I was trying to find a snack.
he's just trying to find a snack. You heard him.
And he says, "Sky's fall. It's a talking ferret."
What did you call me?
I think I called you a
Ferret?
talking.
Weasel? Ferret?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Okay.
Okay.
So I look at him. I say, look, you look like a smart man.
I look like a what?
Yeah, a smart man. So let's just talk. I'll
You're
just
making fun of me.
no talk eye to eye.
I'm eyeing down the horses
Are
already.
you gonna
I-
pay for the car? No.
Yeah. So I have something that I can offer for you in trade for this card. It is something magnificent. It is amazing.
What is it?
How would you like this vial of perfume? Now, this is not any normal vial of perfume, mind you. This vial of perfume, if you put just a little bit on, the women will run for miles towards you.
And the two really kind of look at each other and roll a persuasion check for me. It's
Is
gonna
it
be
persuasion or deception? Because it doesn't actually do that.
okay. Let's do deception.
I mean, I guess it's the same. It's the
It's gonna
same
be a
roll either way.
DC It's gonna be a DC 20.
Well,
I rolled 25.
You rolled 25.
Oh, I have to roll with disadvantage, right?
yep.
Mhm.
Come on. Oh, 25
Wow.
again.
With that,
Okay. She says he kind of like, all right, maybe, but it's gonna cost more than that.
You don't realize that you will have every woman that you desire. This is truly amazing.
So he's like, and you just give it away for a cart?
Well, I have been with.
Oh, no,
I
that's
have
a steep
used this
sale.
before. You know, it kind of, I've been with
Yeah,
so many.
it's a start, but you gotta offer more than that.
Well,
Baxter,
what are you
is
looking
there-
for?
Baxter, is there anything you'd want to do at this point?
well,
You're just gonna
instead
wait.
of just sneaking up, I was just going to catch up
Okay, go ahead.
at a dash, but nothing really else.
Okay, go ahead and move up. That's fine.
I did.
I say, look, you can have the brandy and the peanuts and the. What else do I have in there? I think there's some bananas. There's some good things in there that you can have, but I need the cart.
Are you pointing at the cart?
Yeah.
He's like, no. We already own that. What do you have you can give us?
Well, so I get this vial, and then also,
This guy's gonna move out here.
I really don't have too much to offer. I have let us look. I could play you a song. I offer you a story.
They look at each other like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's like, and do you start playing?
Yeah.
All right, so you start playing, and then and you see like one of them like starts kind of getting into it. He like starts bobbing his head and like grinning and like looks over his
That's
buddy.
the
And
spirit.
his buddy just looks at him and scowls, and he's like, oh. No.
Yeah. Ulfrich is like, "What are you doing, Bard?"
Don't shame
I-
him. And I just kind of like, I whisper, I'm like, if they're not going to give me we need to go around back to get this, to get him. My friend, he's in the
No,
car.
I know what you're doing, and we've I'm sure we've done this before. I'm actually going to start doing a little kind of what would look as a river dance, and kind of start dancing to his beats,
Yeah.
and start doing little flips in the air, and
the
start
one-
slowly working my way towards the cart.
The Ritter that was kind of like digging it before, like is back into it again. Like now that he's got a show, and he's like, oh, this is good shit though. Like he's looking at his buddies, like, hey, they're good though, right? And these other buddies are like, no, man, like, something weird's going on here.
So I kind of like walk forward and I'm like telling the story of a song of this warrior who fell to this crazy beast, and it was a mighty bear with.
I have my sword out and I'm acting along as to what he's
Yeah,
saying.
and it was a mighty bear that was like, had these giant fangs that actually finally fell him, and I'm telling the story, and I look at them all, and I'm like, oh shit, look out, there he is, and I point, and I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force and make a giant bear appear right behind their cart and start running at the guy that's scowled at the dude that was dancing.
And can you tell me the spell components involved in that?
Yes. It is verbal, somatic, and material.
Okay. Is there anything that say like it you can silent cast it or anything like that?
Well, no, I mean, I'm playing the song. I'm doing it as part of the song, so the movement is,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Bard magic.
Yes.
I'll take it. I'm gonna do a roll though to see if they can identify your casting magic.
Well,
Like a saving throw with that or anything. Anyway,
it is a saving
just
throw.
happen?
They have to do an intelligence saving throw. And so it's on this guy that's doing the scowling, the guy that's doing the main talking, right? Isn't that who it was?
This guy?
Okay, so as a bonus action, I guess before I cast that, I should say, I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration to roll d6 and give him a negative bonus on this. Okay, so he's at -3 to the roll.
Okay.
And the DC is 13.
So he would know you're casting this magic on him, though.
What do you mean? This isn't magic. Bardic Inspiration? It's the words. It's cutting words, or
You're casting
unsettling
it
words.
on the Rita himself?
Yeah, so it's a bonus action. You choose a creature, and the thing that what it does to them is it gives them a negative modifier to the next saving throw that they make.
Put it in chat.
But it's
But
not a
would-
spell.
But would they be unaware?
Well, it doesn't have any components or anything.
Are you aware when you're inspired? Because I think it's basically the opposite of bardic inspiration. Like, I don't think he has to necessarily. Like, he's not casting a spell.
Yeah, it's as I'm literally just singing it. It's my words are laced with magic.
All
I don't know how it
we'll take it right now. Go ahead. That counts. Go ahead. That's fine.
So -3 to his intelligence saving throw, as I have created this giant magic bear that is running at him.
So it causes him to doubt himself. So you're somehow in the middle of, you did this spell, and then you're all of a sudden start causing him to doubt himself. Okay.
That's not the spell he's doing. That's just the thing before said spell. So
Yeah,
put
that's the
both of
thing I'm
them in
doing
there.
before the spell.
Yeah, now put the other thing in there.
Oh, the phantasmal force?
Yeah.
Alfred's definitely gonna shoot at that fucking bear.
No, you wouldn't even see the bear.
Oh, okay.
It's only the guy that was scowling.
Okay. What's his DC roll?
13, and he's at a -3. So
You
I
rolled
make
a
the
nat-
giant bear
you
look
rolled a
like the
natural
bear is
20.
coming out at both. What?
You roll a natural 20.
Ah, well, fuck. He doesn't even
Yeah.
see it then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm like, damn it. Ah,
Okay.
fuck.
What you doing?
And then he's like, and at that point, he's like, he starts like he reaching for his sword. Basically, he's like, "What?" It's like you need to stay away from the cop. And then he's like, "In fact, so you seem rich enough to buy the cart. Let's see what you got." And he's actually gonna pull a sword.
Whoa. There's no reason to be hasty here. If you want to fight, I mean, surely you would want to pick somebody that was, maybe more on your level.
He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna start with you. You're an appetizer," and he's gonna charge.
All right.
Here we go.
So I bothered him enough to get them to attack me. That's how it works. I didn't attack them. We all know this.
And
Just hit me, bro. Hit me.
everyone plays something.
Just come at me.
Just do it. Hit me.
All right.
All right, we need battle music. Engage. Wait, can Quasar be our boombox?
Does a 15 hit you?
A 15 hit me?
Yeah.
That would be my armor class.
Okay, so then he hits you. All right, so he charges with his curved broad saber, and he comes down and slashes you across your upper arm. You take 6 slashing damage.
So he comes out, he's like, well, now I guess we're speaking on the same terms. And I look back at him with a smile. I say, Quasar?
All right, it's not Quasar's turn though.
I know, I just say it.
I heard it.
I heard it. 5.
Alfred's already eyeing the horses and calling dibs.
Oh yeah, totally.
On the one he likes the most. Once I figure
I
out
love
the
that we'll still have the wagon pulled by Pepinillo. Or not Pepinillo. Codswell. Pepinillo is gonna be the other mule's name.
color.
Pick.
One of the Rita on the horse immediately just takes off, and he's like already drawing a bow, and he is going to let loose an arrow at you, Alistair.
Yeah, they don't like you.
It makes sense.
See, I told you this was gonna happen. You guys need to start with the ambush from the beginning. This guy knows, pointing to Ulfrid.
All right, the arrow flies wide. Let's go next.
Try to be diplomatic at first, or at least tricky.
Yeah, fair point on that one, but still, it doesn't usually work out for us.
I know.
2 is going to take
You
a
are
shot
good, though. You
at
are good.
Baxter. Ooh,
So-
Baxter, I imagine the 17 hits you.
Indeed it does. There's an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Shield.
Doing
He
shield?
cast shield.
Unless, if this is surprise, do I get a reaction during a surprise round?
It's not a surprise.
Then yeah, shield.
Okay. That just was it
My AC
raised armor
didn't-
class?
To 19. It's +5, and I'm currently at 14.
Okay. It it fires and basically you raise the shield the last second, and the arrow just like shatters against the unseen shield. Alright. Three is going to shoot an arrow at you, Ulfrid. Draws a bow, and they're quick with their bow too. Like it's out of their case and like drawn in a second. That is a 17. Does that hit you, Ulfrid?
That does. That 15 AC.
Dang, 1 damage. It like barely grazes you and sticks in like your armor. It's like on the edge of your armor, hanging in the material. And then finally, this one's gonna come at you with his spear, Alistair. And he comes in with a lunge, but it's sloppy. You're able to easily dodge it.
I'm still
And-
playing my lute.
Just play the lute, just like going with it. Baxter, is your turn, sir.
Oh boy, I didn't actually think it would be going this quickly. Well, let's see.
Wait, why is it Baxter's turn already?
He's at the end of the initiative, yeah.
I was gonna say.
Oh, but I thought Quasar and Ulfrid were at 13.
Yeah, we kind of
Yeah,
jumped a
but-
little bit.
Oh, got
Yeah.
it. We started in the middle.
Because we're starting
Yeah,
on
well,
your
yeah,
turn.
if we started with
Exactly.
you, then yeah.
I was confused.
Okay. Well, luckily I'm not next to anybody right now, so I'm going to use my bonus action to go into what is, the blade song for this wizard. But as far as being a ferret and singing is concerned, it doesn't really work out with this voice. So it's actually, he just kind of juts forward his 2 buck teeth and starts a
Like a whistle.
very kind of low, like lilting whistle with every step that he takes into. Let's see, throw this in check because it does it a lot.
I'm gonna say when you do this whistle, it's like low and like you can actually like if you're standing close to you, like Ulfrid, you can feel like the vibration. Like you have a little tickle on your skin, like there's like you're vibrating. Like you can feel its frequency.
It kind of starts to resonate with the blade of the rapier a little bit.
Right.
Ever so
And the
slightly
blade
vibrating.
starts to hum a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to go 5, 10, let's see. So if you give me 40 speed of movement, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm actually going to go over here. 30, 40. And get 2 Quasar. You're not locked in that chest, are you?
No. He like is the chest.
And I'm standing on the cart. Can't quite jump to him. At least not yet.
Are you gonna try and get Rita too?
Yeah, that's what I was going for, but I'm just trying to piece out how to actually do. Well, actually, from here, looking back at these two guys right here, I'm gonna cast a sleep spell as I'm running past them.
Okay.
Use the whistle to kind of almost turn it into a lullaby for 4 and 5. We'll see if we can get enough dice off. So 31 worth of hit points to either one or both.
Well, which one
depending on
hits?
how many they
It hits one and then it hits the next. So
Yeah,
we'll
so
start
whichever
with
has
four.
the lower hit points. If they have the same, then we'll say 5.
How many hit points?
31.
Okay. And we're going to count it on 4 first.
Okay.
And it's- You said 31?
Yeah.
Does he have less than that?
The Rita 4, like he's doing it, and his head starts to roll, and for a second you think he's gonna pitch backwards, like he's like, and then he kind of like looks wide and is like, and he's still standing.
Damn.
That was a good roll too.
That was a really good roll.
They have more than 31 hit points.
I can
Okay.
tell you, yeah, you
Didn't get
came real close. You came real close.
32.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look mean at 3 to 2.
Okay. Quasar, it's your turn.
So I hear Alistair call out,
Mhm.
and when that happens, this box on the back of the cart starts to kind of glimmer and glow and flash, and Quasar pops up, and you see this rod extend from his hand, and he pulls what looks like nothing, but it slowly turns into a bowstring, a glowing bowstring, and you see these lights glimmering and extends, and there's this big constellation just kind of swirling around him, and some may even recognize it as the Archer, a constellation in the Gat'ka sky. And once he does that, he points at the one that's about to attack Alistair, and he sends a guiding bolt straight at him.
Okay. So I imagine the box itself is like, it's like mechanically unfolding. So you're like,
Oh, yeah.
unfolding.
So like
it.
his head is kind of in his chest, his head pops out,
Right,
and his
like,
arms
you're-
unfold, and then he just stands up.
Right, and even as you're standing up, you're like drawing this powered bow, like, and it's like, it's almost like I can see like the bow arms maybe coming out of your arm or something like that, and then the string just like appearing, glowing.
Mhm.
And you let it go, and you're headed for. And what did you get?
You got
It
a
was a
10.
bad roll. It was a
But
10
I'm gonna
on
give
3 to
him.
5.
I'm gonna give him my inspiration, which is something you can do, right?
Cool.
And I'm gonna
I'll
give
roll
it
it
to
again.
you to re-roll that hit.
Come on, I want to give you advantage. There it is. That's gonna be 17 radiant damage on
All right.
3 to 5.
That's gonna hit. And 17 radiant damage. All right. So he's like, he almost fell asleep, and then like he gets.
Oh, sorry, this
blasted.
was on 5. This was on 5. The one
was on
that,
5? Okay.
yeah, the one that
Okay.
was first approached Alistair.
Okay. So 4 almost kills over, and like he like almost swoons, and the arrow flies right past him and strikes Rita 5, and it like he raises his shield because he kind of sees it out of his corner of mind, and it actually just blasts a hole through his shield and strikes him square in the shoulder, and it nearly knocks him off his feet. And like you can see where like it blasts part of his like his coat like apart, and like you can see like it's bared, bloodied skin underneath.
And he actually starts some of that, like astral energy starts kind of glowing in his armor and starts to kind of glimmer and let off a little bit of light.
Right.
Nice.
All right. It is Alfred's. All right. Do you want to move?
Actually, I'll take one step higher up on the on his cart.
The wagon. It's a wagon. That's actually a cart. We actually
Okay.
have a wagon.
Wait, let's see what I got.
Oh,
Alfred, it is your turn.
Cool. Seeing all this go down, I'm going to run around Rider. Or actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to go up and around to Rider 4 next to this fire. So I get this flanking position. And immediately just pull out my hand crossbow, and as I'm running by, just try to point and blank him in the head.
Do you have
Wouldn't that be
disadvantage?
disadvantage though?
No, not with crossbow expert. You can be within 5 feet.
All right. The one that's injured is Rider 5, by the way. Ritter 5. So Ritter 4 is at full hit points, just so you know.
Oh,
That's
shit.
okay.
Okay. My
Yeah,
mistake.
you should. It's alright. You still do that.
Spread it out a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to shoot Rider 4 with my hand crossbow.
Nice. Wait, why'd you roll? Oh, with advantage because of flanking. Brilliant.
Yep.
Okay. And 9 piercing.
And actually, let me see here. He's going to make a strength saving throw as I try to do like the trip attack. So I guess actually shooting at his ankle as opposed to just staying at his head.
Okay. So what's the saving throw?
Strength saving throw. It has to be a 13.
Okay. So before I do that, let's just.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? He also gets 1 additional damage die.
Okay.
Or 1 additional damage, sorry.
He's going to be a 13. With. He fails.
Okay, so he's knocked prone.
All right. So he almost passed out from the sleep spell, and then you run by and just like get him right at the ankle, and it just like takes the legs out from under him, and he's on the ground.
Yeah, he gets dropped.
Mhm.
And I motion over to Alistair, so you take care of him, and I finish out my movement. Stand there, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so that gives me 30 movement right there to get to the other side of Rida 5.
Okay. Alistair, is your turn.
Until my turn, I have a bonus action, which I'm going to take my hand crossbow, reload it real quick, and shoot Rida 5.
You get an attack.
Nice.
You get 2 attacks.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can shoot your hand crossbow.
A second time. No
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, second time.
Where is it?
And I also have action surge, but with this one I missed. But I'm going to let me see here. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do precision attack, but it's like a D8 and it might still miss. Anyway, so I'm actually going to take action surge and shoot him again.
Damn.
Okay. So that allows you another bonus action as well, right? To reload.
Nope, no, with crossbow expert you ignore the loading property.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can
Isn't
shoot
that awesome? His build is sweet.
Attacking Rida 4 or Rida 5?
right at 5 this time.
Okay, so does that get rid of his advantage that he has on him for the guiding bolt?
Oh,
It would, because it would give him advantage.
Right, and he already has advantage because of flanking, though. Can he like not use the guiding bolt?
That's on the next
advantage?
hit.
Yeah, it's on the next hit. Okay, cool. So that's fine. I'm getting advantage anyway.
yeah, you get advantage on right at 4 because he's prone.
Yeah.
And he
Should you use guiding bolt?
All right, so that you got.
okay.
It's
You
a
roll
lot of
your
damage.
damage.
though.
Yeah, sorry. For 6 piercing. That was my action surge. Yep. And that is it for me.
Okay, so firing at point blank range for me is disadvantage, but I have advantage because I'm flanking. So is it a flat roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm playing my lute, and then Ulfred's there, and I hit just the right note on the right fret, and just a crossbow bolt flies out of it right at Rida 5. Rida 5.
You like
Rida
hold it back and point it back end at him.
No, it's out of the front end. It's like the truss
Oh, yeah.
rod of the
Like
lute.
this?
It's like out of the headstock. So that's just a flat roll for me. Crossbow.
God dang, you guys are rolling rough today.
An 8.
All right, so you're like, oh, so you're like, yeah. bam, and then like something, the mechanism doesn't work right, and instead of launching the arrow out the front, it kind of just
It like jams. I'm like, God damn,
spits out like on
this
the ground.
thing. And I say, and I was like, God damn it, I need to fix this. And I say, I look around and I see Quasar, who has just cast that guiding bolt, and I was like, that's my boy, and I give you Bardic Inspiration with my bonus action.
Is it a D6 right now or a D4?
D6.
Cool.
Okay,
And
so
that's
now
my turn.
now it's the Ritta's turn. So this guy's going to stand up, take half his movement, and he's going to swing at you, Ulfred. He's still like you can see he's not putting weight on his ankle very much, but he's going to swing, and that is a miss.
Cool. As that happens, I'm going to sidestep and then shoot him under his armpit.
Okay.
With the riposte.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Albie, do you have like combat inspiration, or what are your so just regular bardic?
Yeah. But you can add it to a healing if you
to
did.
get damage on it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, 6 piercing.
And then we add an additional D8 there for the superiority die.
Okay.
Fuck, another one. Second one in a row on those 8s.
Yeah, that's
Rolling
rough
tonight.
today.
Yeah.
My rolls themselves have been okay, but like the damage rolls have been trash. So yeah, 7 piercing as my reaction.
Yeah, so you almost like put it into like press it into him, and it just like gives another bolt, and you can see it like staple his jacket to him on the inside. And he's like, ah.
Oh yeah.
It's his other attack though. So he's gonna try and attack you again. That is a hit.
On Ulfred or on me?
Ulfred.
And then who else is okay?
Ulfred, you take 5 slashing damage as he rakes you across the ribs with his bronze scimitar. All right, let's go.
Fair.
Oh damn, he's going way far away.
He's on a horse.
Hey, come back here.
And he's gonna fire a bow at you, Baxter.
AC 16 now.
That is not good enough. The arrow thunks into the
Dang.
side of the cart. All right.
Oh, he missed. I thought you
Yeah.
meant my AC wasn't good enough.
No.
Ah, you missed, you bastard.
All right. He's gonna fire an arrow at you, Alfred. And he got, what did he get? Does a 15 hit?
That's my AC.
The arrow catches you in the back of your shoulder for 4 piercing damage. Alistair, Rita 3 is going to take a shot at you. He misses. Arrow goes wide. Baxter, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Oh god, this is gonna be terrifying, I hope. So, standing on top of the cart and seeing my quarry get away from me. Come back here! I am going to do a little jump and leap into the tall grass as I cast a kinetic jaunt on myself, which is a spell from Strixhaven, but it is more of a kinetic scurry. as I just kind of weave my way through the grass, which adds another 10 feet to get me to 50, which should get me right there. And as I'm weaving my way through the grass, I'm going to run and jump on top of him, lunging at him with the rapier.
Okay.
So good.
Get me
I
out.
love you, Baxter.
And I will use the Fury of the Small feature to give advantage and then add the damage to that attack.
Okay.
And then action with bonus action is Booming Blade action or bonus action. Okay. And on top of all that, we'll cast Booming Blade as part of the actual attack.
Okay.
So that is a 24 to hit
Okay. That's a hit.
for 8 damage, and then 3 for Fury of the Small for 11, and then 4 if he moves from that space.
Okay. How much damage was that total?
11. Piercing.
Before the booming blade, right?
Yes.
So sick, dude. He's running away on a horse, and you're just like,
Like a shark jumping out of the grass.
Oh my god.
All right, so he like as you can like basically the way I imagine it is you jump off and you kind of like put out your rapier, and then all of a sudden it almost pulls you, kind of like Thor's hammer,
Yeah.
right? And like you're just like and slide forward, and like you could see like you're like him all of a sudden be 50 feet away from you. It's like all of a sudden you're like right next to him. You can see the whites of his eyes, and you like straight pierce right into his side, and you can see the blood in the air, and at the same time it's like a glow it starts to like illuminate from him.
Yeah. I don't know if I could be standing on like the back of his horse as he's like riding on the front
sure,
of
why
it.
not? Like you're like you like basically like grab like part of his saddle and like
Yeah.
you come in with the lunge. Okay,
Get myself up there.
Quasar, is your turn.
Yeah, so I see that Alistair is still struggling with that same Rita. So I hold out my rod and I pull again this invisible bowstring that slowly turns into this glimmering light, and I let go this luminous arrow.
Okay.
Towards Rita 5. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna guiding bolt him again. I'm gonna do that first. Give myself advantage on it.
Oh.
Because I don't get
I
advantage.
don't know if
They
you can
do.
attack twice like that.
I can't. It's a bonus action for my luminous arrow.
For the star form, yeah.
Yeah, during start form.
If it's on Rider
It sounds-
4, you're gonna get disadvantage. Just like
No, it's Rita 5.
cool.
So 19 radiant damage.
Jeez. All right.
To Rita 5, 19 radiant.
All right. So when you hit him this time, like this guy's like limping and his back's toward you because he's like swinging at Alfred, and at the same time he's like got a hand down on his knee, like because that leg's injured, and you catch him square in the back, and it just like it like blasts him, and he falls flat on his face. He is dead.
He's dead. Cool.
Wait,
I don't
which
need-
one?
Perfect.
Which one?
5.
Rita 5.
Nice.
Oh, was it 5 or 4? I thought it was 4.
5. That one. Guiding bolt was on 5.
Okay, that guy is dead.
All right. So wait, so Rita 5 is dead or Rita 4? Sorry, it was on Rita 5.
Yeah, then he's dead.
Okay, so Rita
Right.
5 is dead. Okay,
Rita
cool.
4 is still there.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go ahead and send my luminous arrow at Rita 5. Oh, natural 1.
Ah, jeez.
Mm.
We're out of inspiration.
That's all right.
Hold on.
I was about to say,
That's
and you have disadvantage. Name.
Let me just see one thing. Let me just see.
I don't think my inspiration is going to do it.
No, not your inspiration.
You already spent your inspiration anyways.
No, I know that.
No, my
No.
bardic.
Yeah,
That
bardic.
bardic inspiration on top of that, but this is a different thing I'm looking for.
Did you say
Oh,
I
never
have
mind.
disadvantage? Oh, is he prone?
No.
I didn't realize
He was,
Rita 4 was
because
prone.
he's behind another target. So it's
No, this one is.
4 is prone.
No, he got up.
4 got up.
Oh, on his
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Okay, that's just a miss, I think.
Okay, yeah, no, it's next one. Let's call it a miss. Move on. I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Alfred, it's your turn.
All right, yeah, I want to kill this Rita 4. Rita. I like Rita better, but
Rough Rider.
exactly.
riding.
Like, ambitions as a Rita. I'll roll up behind him, and yeah, just it's like, why won't you stay down? And shoot him again.
Okay.
Stay down, fool.
Don't tell me
Hit?
I'm gonna use or the hit. Okay, well, I was gonna use a precision attack if it didn't, but never mind.
Ooh.
Or 9 piercing, just in his back.
All right. Another staple in him. And he's like, he's like flailing now. He like, you hit him and he like swings back blindly, but you're out of range.
Yeah, and then yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot him again. This is like, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
there it is.
funny. I got the critical hit.
Yeah, this is. It's kind of like he's kind of like a Boba Fett type character, but he's also like a kind of.
How's this guy die?
Yeah, so he just pulls back the last one as he turns around to look at me and where that crossbow bolt was going into. As he turns around, it's going to go to square into his eye, straight
So,
into his brain.
As he flails around, spins around, you just catch him right in the face, and he just goes down with a gurgle, and he is out.
Cool. And the fire's currently going right now. Would I be slightly obscured if I went behind it?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm still going to move, though. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And get over here by these horses, actually.
Okay.
That'll give me the 30 right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to chill here. That's it.
All right. So, Alistair, it's your turn.
Okay, what to do? So I see they just fucking wasted those two guys, and I'm like, all right, good job. And I'm like still playing the loot, and I look over at Rida 3, and I just like aim the loot, pull it up high, like I'm playing the bass. You know, bass players play like way up here, and someone like, and just fire again, and this time at Rida 3.
Okay.
Come on, people now. Oh my god.
Brothers and get shot in the face.
Okay, so that I'm like, fuck, missing. I'm like, god damn it. And I'm like, all right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sub Q? Cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Oh my god.
It's health.
You guys, it's actually impressive how well you're doing considering how bad rolls you guys are getting.
Thank you for
Teamwork.
that. All right. And that's my turn. I say a good how do you do to Quasar. It's good to see you.
How do
Are
you
these your
do?
friends?
How do you do?
Say what?
Are these your friends?
I mean, Baxter, you know, of course. That guy, Ulfred, he's one of our new friends. These other dudes, though, that are shooting arrows at us, fuck no.
You told me to wait.
They're trying to kill me. Actually, they're trying to kill us, too. They're trying to kill you, too.
We should kill them first.
Oh, good old Q.
If that's what you want to do, I'm not
Alright.
here to judge you. I'm like, shoot them with arrows still. Like, yeah. It's us or them, I think. Who goes after me? All these riders.
Oh, the horse.
You're scaring them.
Aw.
You're like, my
Margaret,
cover.
calm down.
The horses are beginning to bolt.
Aw. I just ran by him.
And we are going back to two. Not realizing what just happened, very confused, is going to continue to ride, which means
I
Boom.
fall off and
booming
attack
blade. How much
opportunity.
damage?
4.
All right. So like you kind of like drop off the back. I think you technically
Can I get a swipe
Yeah.
at him?
Yeah, you do as well.
Poke to the back of the gut. Nah.
Oh my god. All right, so you
And
take
you
another
are my
swing,
dice.
but you're not able to hold on to the saddle horn. So you let go, and like he gets a few paces away, and there's like this sizzling sound, and then a pow, and like you see like this flash of light, and he like reels in the saddle a little bit, and
A little sonic boom that kind of expands
Sonic?
inside him.
and he took 11 last time, and that was 4.
Damn.
15.
You're not getting away from me, you bastard.
But he is able to. So where did you go? You were here. 5,
I was on the back of the horse, yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to turn in the saddle and fire another arrow at you.
This is an awesome encounter. Fighting enemies on horses with archers. Horse archers, Jesse?
Yeah.
Playing some Bannerlord?
Yeah, these are steppe people, man. This is like this is how they conquer armies, dude. Horses and
totally.
bows. All right, 11. Let's see, what was that? That is a
Dothraki.
Basically.
yeah, Dothraki definitely based on it. Does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not. AC 16.
All right. The arrow comes right at you, but you like do a little like spin and just like it's like you move around the arrow.
Okay,
The
the
arrow
grass.
doesn't miss. You just move around the arrow.
Can't hit this noodle. Ah.
Exactly. All right. ISOP. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's freaking out.
Oh no.
It's because it's like a person on top of a horse.
I gotta find a rider model. Anyways, we'll put him out here. All right, and he's gonna take a shot. Oh, how far are we? That's worth the shot. He's gonna take a shot at you, Alistair.
Okay.
He got a 12. The arrow buries into the side of your cart. The cart.
Hey! That's my wagon!
All right. And this one drops his bow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to swing at you with his war pick.
No. You're gonna hit my car!
That is an 18.
Or my wagon. He hit me with an 18?
Well, he actually hit you with a modified 20. So.
Okay. Oh, no, you don't. I cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
So he needs to re-roll d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay. Reroll again. That is a 19 he rolled. So that's a modified
shit.
21.
I still get to give somebody advantage on their next attack, ability check, or saving throw that they make within a minute. So I'm going to... Who goes after?
Is there a range on that?
60 feet.
Okay. Cool.
And who goes after? It's Baxter. I'm going to give it to Baxter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And he comes down, and his war pick sticks solidly into your shoulder. You take 8 piercing damage, and then he wrenches it out, spurting blood, and swings at you again.
Ah!
And that is a modified 16.
It's a hit.
That sounds like a hit.
Yep.
And he comes with a backhand, catching you in the other shoulder. You take another 5 piercing damage.
Yikes. At 9 HP. Okay, that's
Cool.
right.
All right. Baxter, it's your turn, man.
Oh boy. Well, seeing as this bastard keeps fucking running away from me, And I hear Al over here calling my name, and see he's taking a lot of damage.
Well, don't worry about that. I gave you advantage. Use it
I
on
know.
something that you wouldn't otherwise.
Well, I mean, it's either that or go down there where they're regrouping, and that's not exactly a good place to be. Plus, also, I've got those, those eyes of death on me. I'm not trying to pull an Aurelia
that's
here.
fair. All right. Well, then you have advantage anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I can get there. I could probably hit the horse. We'll do the smart thing. If these guys are running away, we want the cut anyway. I'm gonna attack right at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get him next time. That was a good move.
Mm.
It didn't help.
Jesus. That's a swing and a miss, man.
Yep.
All right.
Gonna stay right there. Let's see. Have any?
Damn. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I don't think I have any bonus action this time.
Quasar, it's your turn, man.
So I'm stuck between, do I need to heal Alistair or take down Ride of 3? And I think that I'm going to go Ride of 3, Alistair. And if I need to get you up, I'll get you up. But
It's cool.
For
I've
now,
had a
let's get him
character
down.
die before. I'm not worried about it.
no, we're not. You're not going to die. I won't let you die. Come on. All right, I'm going to step aside here. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to cast a good old guiding bolt towards him.
Natural.
That's what I'm
20.
talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead. He's gone.
That's a hit.
Come on, give me a good roll. All right, it's going to be 27 radiant damage.
Oh, damn.
Look at those rolls.
This is a rid of 3.
Obliterated.
Is it rid of 3? Hitting?
Yeah, 2 rid of 3. You still up?
He's still up.
Sidestepping
Okay,
the car.
After I take
But it
Wow.
caught him solid. Like, each rocked. He's like swaying on his feet.
Damn.
Good,
Guess what
that's
the
good to
dip
know.
was.
So after hitting him with this guiding bolt coming out of my staff, again I pull back this bowstring that illuminates, and you see this luminous arrow form in the middle of my staff, and it shoots forward at him. And I'm going to cast this one with advantage because of my guiding bolt. So
Nice. Oh, I thought it was another natural.
That's
it's been
hit.
great. 11 radiant damage.
One of
How
us
was
can
that
hit.
die?
So you see this luminous arrow. It looks just like a real arrow, but it's glowing. It enters his chest, but you never see it leave. And then he falls to his knees, and his
Okay,
face
so
just
like
eats the
a
dirt.
hit?
That's
It
tight.
totally just absorbs it. He absorbs
Okay.
the force and then falls.
All right. You see
The
him
arrow
take
was
a
never
few
there.
gasps, and then he just crumples.
Nice.
I look at Alistair and I say, "Are you okay?"
For now, good job.
All right, Alfred. You're up.
All right. Seeing the Rita 1 kind of out of my crossbow range, I'm going to go ahead and drop down my hand crossbow, pull out my long bow, and shoot Rita 1's horse.
Okay.
So when it's in full stride, I want to go ahead and try to hit its horse.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's a horse though. What's the
Yeah.
armor?
Oh, but the horse's AC has got to be low.
Unless that's barding.
And actually, I'm going to use... I'm using the trip attack as well.
There you go.
Trip the horse and knock it prone while they're in full stride. And I roll this to attack. Damage roll. Depending on what the horse AC is.
Dude, oh, that's awesome.
That's actually a really good idea.
You might take fall damage too.
If you fall while a horse is galloping, yeah, that's potentially shot collarbone. That shit hurts.
Hey, come on, mate.
Why isn't
No, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I've had flashbacks.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, damn,
Can we Google it?
that happened.
Go horse.
Are they war horses, Jesse?
Or riding horses.
These are riding horses.
Okay.
AC 10.
Yeah. So you hit.
Cool. And then he has to make a strength saving throw.
The
Of course,
horse.
it also takes damage, which let me roll that here.
The horse has to do a strength saving throw.
Right.
Yes.
What's the DC?
It also got 7, 8, 9. Had 11 damage. The DC is 13.
It was a strength though.
Yeah.
The horse passes.
So yeah, so the arrow just hits its side and maybe kind of limps for a second, but then
Yeah. So you just
go right.
bury an arrow into the flank of the horse.
I feel bad.
All right.
Nah,
I feel bad.
Wolford wouldn't feel bad.
I mean, you're in a
I
fight.
killed horses to
You
eat
got to do
all
what you got
the
to do.
time. But yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Actually, maybe I'll scoot back a bit.
Okay. Cool. Alistair, you're up.
Okay. We have the card now.
We have the
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take my loot. The one that Baxter was attacking, right at 2. My loot crossbow. I tune it back up. So what I do is I hit this latch on the tuning peg, and like the side of the neck, like side load, breech load style, like pops out, and I like load another bolt in there, and I jam it closed, and I aim at it that horse that's riding, and just fire this crossbow bolt at right at 2.
Okay.
Or should I also go for the horse? Actually, I'm gonna go for the horse on right at 1 instead.
Okay.
Put in more work on that horse. Come on, baby. There we go. 14.
It's a hit.
What did I roll? A 3. So 6 piercing damage on the horse, and then I'm gonna bonus action healing word. Yeah, bonus action healing word.
Okay. On yourself or what?
Yeah, myself.
Okay. So the bolt catches the horse in the throat, and the horse just eats shit. Straight
Yeah.
through the dirt. And the Ritta's gonna have to do a saving throw.
Oh, and then I'm gonna jump behind the cart and look for my sword, which is underneath it. Grab my short sword and put it into the side of my sheath, and just hide behind the cart, taking cover. Or wagon.
And what is fall damage? It's a 1d10, 1d6, right?
40 for every 10 feet. That it
Yeah.
travels.
Well, every story, right? So
Yeah, he'll do one.
So as the thing plants its nose in the dirt and skids, he goes flying, heads over heels,
Yeah.
and just like eats shit, goes for a tumble here. All right.
There's dinner for tonight.
I'll lead you.
I mean, the horse.
Yeah.
Waste not, want not.
I mean, were you talking about the horse?
Yeah. Talk about the horse we just killed. That's dinner.
Yeah, the horse.
All right, and then this guy is going to hightail it out of here.
I knew it.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Makes sense.
40, and he is gone.
Okay, but that one dude is still there.
He's all like laying on the ground. You see him kind of moving. Yeah, he gets to stand up to his feet, and then you see him like he's like barely swinging, and he pulls out a bow, and he's gonna take a shot at one of you guys. I don't know if he even sees.
Roll a d4.
Yeah, so let's just take a shot here.
I'll be number 2.
Oh, he rolled a 2. So
Oh,
that
that's me.
arrow he just like almost passes out and takes a shot at the sun. And Baxter, I think you're up.
Yeah. So that guy who ran off, is he like gone, or if like 50 speed of movement in a really long spell could get him?
That guy is. If you can shoot over, what is the edge of the map over here? Let's see.
So I can move 50, and magic missile is 120-foot range.
If you moved your full range, you can take a shot at him.
Get there.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Do
Baxter.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm going after him.
No
He's the one.
survivors.
You getting back here, bee bastard! I told you I was gonna do it. And 3 magic missiles at him.
Okay.
Nice.
8 in total.
8 damage.
Yep.
All right, you let them off, and I don't know what does magic missile look like for.
So as I'm running forward, I'm just scooping up these stones and chucking them into the air one after the other. And while they're in the air, they begin to glow with this green light that starts to resonate buzzingly with the blade as it buzzes, and as I'm whistling, it's go.
All right.
Gets towards them while they're in the air.
Okay, and all 3 of them hit, of course. And you see him sway in the saddle, but he keeps the reins.
I turn back around,
Alright.
set him back. Well, or go towards
Alright,
this guy
well,
over here.
You guys got the cart or the wagon.
Wait. If I'm
Still
here
going,
with
dude.
the
We're gonna kill this
120-foot
guy.
range- yeah, if
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
here
that's
with
right.
120-foot range, could I hit him?
120.
It was past the edge of the map. It's
How
40
far is he
feet.
past the edge?
Yeah, I don't think you could hit him. He's too far away.
It's 40 feet. 40 feet past the edge of the map. He's too far
He
away.
has a 60 movement, and
Okay.
we're at an angle. We're down here. Right. He went off the map here.
So that's 75 feet to the edge there. So he's
Right.
40 feet from there. He's still in my range.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit him.
Cool. Yeah. Fuck that guy. I see Baxter go after him, and I just kind of follow suit. And let's just send another guiding bolt.
19.
All right, guiding bolt, man. Brutal.
12 radiant damage.
Let's see.
Does that do it? Does he fall off the horse?
You blast him off his horse.
Ah!
There we
He's
go.
The horse keeps going.
Hell yeah.
way to go,
Horse-
Q.
Horse is going off into the sunset. It's gone.
Blast off the horse.
I'm gonna take this guy.
I'm gonna loot this guy.
Wait, is there still a guy alive?
I think he's still alive, barely.
Yeah, he just.
Oh, are we still in
Yeah.
initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Think so.
So, yeah,
I thought he did.
So after Quasar goes
Alfred.
And you said he seems like he's kind of
that guy got
surrendered.
Alfred, I'm gonna give you a choice here. This horse looks like it's gonna be bolt. I will give you a chance to do animal handling if you want to try and wrangle this horse.
Yes.
Okay,
Immediately, yes.
let's see. What would that be?
the animal
I'm
handling.
gonna say it's horse is bolting. So already. So
When it-
let's say 12. You gotta do it. 12 animal handling here.
Yeah.
All right, you grab the reins on this horse. You have a riding.
Oh,
You have a riding horse. But that is your turn.
That's a good
Okay.
turn. That's a good
Out
turn.
there, it is your turn.
I'll say I moved. Wait, did I jump on it, the horse, or did I put him next to me?
I'll let you get on the horse.
Fuck yeah, I want to get on the horse. Wait, no, I'm gonna stay down because I didn't get my crossbow.
Okay.
But I calm him down and go, shh.
Yeah, I imagine like you put the reins down and step on them, and then pull and like have your crossbow
You maybe tie him like to the.
or your longbow, right? Because you sold your crossbow.
Well, yeah, my light crossbow.
Oh, your
I have
little
my hand crossbow.
Okay.
Can I tie him to like the wheel of the cart?
So many bows.
You could,
I
but
have
not right
turn,
now.
like-
Not right now.
Okay, shit, never mind.
All right,
Cool,
so
I'll
it's
have that
my turn. You said.
Yeah.
I'm going to load up another bolt into the loot and fire at this guy that's still alive. Let's see. I'm gonna shoot him in non-lethal in the foot.
Not lethal shoot. All right.
No, I mean I guess.
you load up a blunted.
Yeah, right. Just like, a blunted arrow. Come on, let's just get one good roll tonight. 13.
13 hits.
Oh, let's go.
Is he prone? Sorry, I don't want to be a party.
No, he's on his feet.
Okay.
11 piercing damage. The max.
All right. The blunted arrow strikes him right between the eyes, and he keels up.
Be like, ha ha!
Nice.
Got him. You see that, Corey?
Nice job.
Thanks. That's what I would call an
Who
eagle.
who are they?
Ah, shit. Those step peoples. They bought my wagon after it got impounded. You know how that goes.
I waited a long time.
Whatever. You've lived for like hundreds of thousands of years. What's a long time to you? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? It's not a long time.
Good point.
Yeah.
Moving
right,
on.
Let's go. Let's check these bodies. See if they had anything good on them.
I go pick up my hand crossbow
Oh,
Yeah.
and
and
you
collect.
know, because, and then as I get everyone back together, and I say that to go check the bodies, see what they have on them. I say because we don't steal, we loot. Doo-doo-doo.
Shut the fuck up, Al.
Ah.
You hear a very audible sigh.
Does this guy
I
got
see
any
they're
goodies on him?
spelled differently. Two different words that sound the same.
Do they have anything on them, Jesse?
Let's see.
Does my horse have a name tag?
They have 18 copper pieces on them.
I'll take it.
No,
And-
I found half of that. You give me half.
right.
Wait, I killed like 3 of them.
I guess we could just split the copper evenly across the
End
board.
up with 3 coppers.
Yeah.
We earned it.
You also have a horse with a saddle.
I have a horse with a saddle.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
of
have a
course,
horse.
the
with a
saddle.
saddle, that's true.
Yeah, but we got the cart back.
You are minus 1 barrel of brandy, though.
It's a wagon.
It has been consumed.
Damn it! Is that So I grab the bottle and I'm like, just the last drop, and I'm like, so good.
There's let's say that they have 3 rations on them.
We
And
each get
there's
our ration.
And
I don't know.
you each-
I always forget. You eat.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you can each grab a ration that you find. It's
Alistair, you can have this.
it's Rita salad saddle meat. So they just take meat and stick it underneath their saddle.
You.
Gross.
It gets a little salty from the horse, but it gets preserved.
That's really gross.
That's
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
it's
nasty.
pretty good. It's like jerky.
Worse than-
I don't care. It's meat.
Yeah.
There you go.
What kind of weapons they have? You said one of them had a war pick?
Bronze war pick. Another one has a bronze scimitar.
Scimitar?
Do they have? Can I grab like?
I'll take that scimitar.
I'll check for
Yeah.
arrows. Can I just, like, grab
And
a-
I'll say between them there's a quiver and arrows, and 1 broken bow and 1 intact bow.
I'm not worried about that. I'll just take that scimitar.
the arrows. Are any of those crossbow bolts, or are they all arrows?
They're all arrows.
You can make them into crossbow bolts. You just use your woodworker's tools.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
And so I kind of look around and I'm like, good job, guys. We got the wagon back. And then I kind of like bring Codswald over to like reattach him and, just like old times. This is going to be fun.
I want to check the sex of my horse.
It's a mare.
It's a girl, right?
And I kind of look around and I'm like,
What color is he? Sorry.
It's black, I think.
Oh, cool. I don't know if it was like the actual one there. Cool.
that's tight.
I'll name you Don Quixote. Donna Quixote.
Well, it's like Dawn, but DAWN.
Yep.
All right.
So do I have a rough idea of where we are based on our location to Alengrad?
Yeah, you guys are not far from the city. You guys are maybe
Like an hour out.
few hours
A couple hours out.
west of the city. And you guys haven't even hit the plains yet proper. So you got a ways to go to do that.
Can we take any of the horse meat? The one that
You would have to do a survival check.
Hey, we could do that.
I'll try it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you do. One of you guys do 1 try. It's going to be a DC 13.
I have a +2.
Alfred, I
You-
think
you
that
should be-
kind of sounds like you.
I'll do it. Sure.
+3.
Or
3.
you good at this stuff?
I'm 2.
I mean, I'm a druid, so
Can you cast guidance on yourself too? Oh, never mind. You're not a cleric. Sorry.
I could. I do have guidance because I'm a Circle of Stars druid, so I can cast guidance on myself.
Wow.
Say, I want to make sure I butcher this really good.
Oh, for some reason my mouse just stopped working. That sucks.
You charge it. Too bad you can't use it while you're charging it.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
know, right?
Design flaw.
I
Anyway,
know that's the stupidest design, dude. I hate it.
What's your survival bonus?
It's gonna be. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're good. We're good. Okay, so let's do survival, and then we'll add the D4 for guidance.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
DC
I
13.
passed anyway. Yeah,
Or,
cool.
yeah,
We're
you're
good.
good. You're good.
Pass. Okay, roll me a D4.
Let's just take the D4 I rolled. 3.
Okay, you get 3 rations out of it.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Cool. I don't eat rations.
I'll take-
So
yeah, we
I
eat-
just
Yeah,
I
right.
present them to the 3 of you, and I say a gift from your friend Quasar.
I imagine Ulfric's like
Thanks, Quasar.
Ulfric's like all right, like I gotta butcher this horse, and then like you see him pull out like a rusty knife, and he like starts like hacking into it, and you're like, hey, and you like produce some like fine like bladed tool out of your arm or something like that, and you're just like, yeah,
I
you're
guess
just, like,
like a scalpel. Like,
and you're just
Yeah.
like, hey, cut here and here. Okay, cool, perfect, all right.
So, and I'm like, well, I guess this is as good a time as any. Quasar, meet Ulfred. Ulfred, meet the 260-something thousand-year-old friend of mine.
So, good to know. Your characters don't know how old he is.
Oh, I
right?
thought he told me he was 265.
I'm gonna
No,
say
I asked
doesn't
you
know.
what year it was. I asked you what year it was, and I said it's been a long time.
Oh, okay.
So-
So I say then in retcon that. Then what I say is meet my magnificent friend Quasar.
And Quasar, you might have a kind of like a rough idea that a certain amount of time, but you don't know exact number really. So
Right.
Okay, forgive me.
have I
Always
ever
count.
seen a Warforged before? Are they common?
No.
So I've like never seen one.
you've
Yeah, never in your lifetime.
What the fuck is this magic?
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, actually. I was just as blown away by him when I first met him as you are, like right now, speechless.
Are you controlling him?
No, controlling him. God, no. He has free will. He is, I don't know.
Sentient.
So
Can you
I
describe-
take
can
off
you describe what he
these
looks like?
heavy. Yeah, so I take off these heavy like robes. I have this hood, these heavy robes. You can't even really see like the shape of this humanoid. It's just kind of like these flowing robes. So I take off these robes, and you see probably like 4 or 5 different colored alloys, like different shades of gold, of brass, of silver, and they're all kind of shape together almost in like this kind of like origami, how you described it before. So kind of like an origami. It all kind of folds in together
Hella
into this
geometric.
humanoid figure. He's got one yellow eye and one turquoise eye, and sometimes the turquoise eye is actually at the end of his staff, and he kind of walks with the staff, and he takes the eye and he puts it in and twists it in, or he kind of takes it out and puts it on his staff to use it as his casting focus.
How tall is he?
He's 6'3", but he's very slender, and when he wears the robes, he hunches over so that he doesn't look as tall or menacing. But he's not very big. He's very slender, so like just a very slender robot.
Dope.
Yeah. Alfred goes up to him and just kind of like is it like as if he's like looking like a painting on a wall. He's like real intently, just like amazing.
He's
Yeah,
probably
like this close, just like looking.
he's the reason that it was so hard for you to catch us, because he is quite the navigator. He is amazing. Do you go by he? I guess they are amazing, and truly one of a kind. I mean, as far as I know.
I think so. Sounds useful.
And well, it's good to be in good company. Kind of look around, get an idea. It's like,
I'll pick up my hand crossbow too.
nice. And I kind of look at him and I say, we should probably make camp somewhere. What time is it right now?
It's
Afternoon or evening?
yeah, like that whole fight, of course, didn't take much time, so it's only like 1:00.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well, we should
we-
get going. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
we should-
Q.
Short
Think you
rest?
can plot us a course to Gideon?
A short rest?
Of course.
Yes, let's short rest for sure while we're riding.
And we're gonna call the game right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a little nap.
Right. So excellent. Yeah. The next thing is to get to Gideon, where supposedly the mouth of this ancient trade route is.
Nice. So we set
Hell
off
yeah.
into the afternoon sun.
Sun, sky.
Yeah. Me
Got your
playing my
cart,
lute.
and you got a horse out of it. Nice.
Bing,
Cool.
bing.
Or-
That horse is worth loot, and I got a scimitar
I'm gonna roll my
And
second
3
win.
copper.
and 3 copper and 3 rations. It's actually pretty good loot.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. That was a fun session. Fun at
Thank
session
you.
1. Very excited. What was the name of the session again?
It's called a handful of sand.
A handful of sand was this episode. Okay.
Pocket
cool.
sand.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
I used my
Awesome.
second
Well,
before taking the nap, before taking the rest. So
I'm
I
gonna-
got my second one back.
I'm gonna do
Wait,
song
are we
of
getting
rest.
a long rest or are we only getting a short
No,
rest?
no,
Cool.
sure.
Short, but I don't have to use hit dice. I can use this
Yeah,
second
we're gonna
one,
start going.
get it back on my short rest.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
then I would do
fine.
song of rest.
Something
Cool. I'll get my starry form
I'm
back, but I don't get any of my spell slots back. And I used a lot of guiding bolts.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Those things
No.
are
And that case, also
hard,
hard
man.
recovery.
Wait, isn't circle? But isn't the druid like doesn't use spell slots like for, or is it something weird?
So the cool thing is, no, I use spell slots, but the cool
Guiding
thing
bolt?
about Circle the Stars Druid
Oh,
is
guiding
that it gives me 2 free guiding bolts that
There you
don't
go,
use
that's what it was.
spell slots. So
That's
basically,
what
I get 2 extra guiding bolts. It basically turns the Druid into a blaster, which that hasn't happened before. Like there isn't a Druid blaster, so I get that luminous arrow on a bonus action.
No, no, Brea's pretty good at it.
all right. And you guys are gonna
That's
each
true.
get we're gonna say 250
Yeah.
XP.
Thank you.
Cool.
I will take it. So Song of Rest gives you an extra D6 if you guys are getting
See,
hit by
Albie, Baxter had the eyes of death on him for the first episode and survived. He didn't even get hit. What?
Ah,
God, you're just. Oh.
I said,
That's fun.
don't tank with eyes of death and when you have no armor and try and tank and charge.
I'm just
Well-
totally messing with you, Albie.
without risk, there's no reward, and the reward was
sure,
playing a
hey.
very, very cool character right after.
You know, this is the imaginary time. Why not go for the gusto?
Yeah, right.
It was fun.
All right, well, for everyone that watched and will watch this, thanks for watching. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. We got all of the things. And I'm looking forward to more episodes of this campaign. Going to be very fun. Perhaps we might have another airing of Gat'ka Fight Night. We're going to try to do maybe at some point, too. So that'll be very fun.
Oh damn.
Where we just do arena fights with characters, and it'll be brutal.
It'll be fun.
But until then, thanks for watching, and we love you very much, and good night. I don't have
Is it
credits for this. So
Wednesday Eve yet?
is it whenever we play Gat'ka next?
Yeah,
Is
the
it-
Gat'ka yet?
The second Wednesday in the month.
Is
Is
it
it-
Gat'ka
Is it
yet?
a random Wednesday?
Just-
at
To
some
be
point
announced.
yet?
Do be
Just,
Yeah,
is it
is it
Gat'ka
then?
yet?
All right. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.